Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host here, the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about fruit prices being out of control, y'all. Small town parody, obviously. I went over to a local produce place today, and they were charging $7 something for apples. Eight of them this size, right? For $7 something. 99 cents a pound, baby. Small town living, bitch. That's why you dumbasses that are paying fucking $13 for a bag of grapes are, what was that one chick? I swear to God, there was a girl that was doing one of these where it was an apple about the same size, give or take, about a pound or so a piece. And, or almost a pound. I think it's about 3/4 of a pound, give or take. And this shit was talking about paying like $17 for it. And I'm like, where the fuck are you living? Like, what major city and what retarded state are you living in, lady? Because if it's not someplace in California, then y'all are getting ripped off like a motherfucker. So, but not serious. I went over to a local shop there and got those bunch of Honey Crisps for. Ended up being, they claimed it was 6.5 pounds. I still think it was 5.5 pounds on the thing, and they would have overcharged me then for sure, and they wouldn't give me back on that. She's like, no, it says 6.5, and I'm like, does it though? Because that definitely looks like a 5 to me. But I wasn't going to get into it with it about like a buck basically, but I did get into it with it on the pears though, because the pears were definitely being overcharged for. But then she said something about, I guess the 99 cents a pound was only the red ones, and I don't remember seeing that on the thing at all. And if you're going to do that stuff, then maybe, I don't know, not put them over the fucking green pears that I'm buying right there that says 99 cents right above them, dude. And that's why she gave me the money off on those ones then. So I did end up getting like $1 and some change back as what it was then for that, because I would have never bought the pears if I realized they were that much, dude. If they were 99 cents, I would definitely bought them, but not, $1.50 a pound. That's retarded. So, but no, for real though, found out here today that, or not today, I found out a couple days ago though, that one thing that actually is out of control for real though is the cost of living in this country. Specifically, it's assholes that live out of the state of Ohio that are now buying property in the state of Ohio and then jacking up the prices by $200 or $300 a fucking month for rent is what it is there. So, but should be basically a 1 or 2 bedroom for $650 a month, or even like $550 a month in some cases, is now being like $800 to $1,000 a month, honestly, in a lot of cases. And it's bullshit, dude, is what it is. It's overpriced stuff. It's overpriced everything at this point. And that really does have to do with like us allowing people that don't even live in a state to be able to buy property in that state to rent out. Because it's like, it's one thing to me if you would live in the state of Ohio, like someone like me, right? If I live in the state of Ohio, I, won a bunch of money in the lottery, right? I'm going to invest in this state is what it is. I'm going to make money in this state because I'm going to invest in buying land in this state, and I'm going to make into, rental properties and stuff like that. And that's who should be actually making money off of it. The people that live in the state, not a bunch of outsiders, not a bunch of foreign nationals for that matter in many cases, that are the ones who are actually doing this stuff, whether it be a BlackRock, whether it be a Vanguard, because I guarantee you these so-called like small people speculators, what it is here, nah, dude, it's brokerage. What it is in a lot of cases, it's brokerage firms here in the state of Ohio that actually have like an actual like brick and mortar store is what it is. Their brick and mortar business to go into and stuff like that. But they are the middleman for out of state special interests, out of state businesses and stuff like that is what it is, dude. Out of state, and even out of country for that matter in some cases. Like there's one here in Canton area, and I'm going to talk about it right now actually, and I don't know why the fuck, and I'm going to call out Frank LaRose and Dave Yost on this one, Secretary of State and AG of the state right now, because you guys seriously need to come down to Stark County, get off your fucking asses, come here to Stark County, and look into Clear Sky Realty, dude. These people are the most scummy motherfuckers ever. They are definitely committing fucking ID fraud at this point. And the fact that you are not shutting their asses down and stripping them of their fucking realty license is fucking bullshit, dude, entirely. Every single other realtor I have talked to about these people, which they're not supposed to tell you these things, like they're not supposed to do it because it's like low-key shit or whatever the case may do, but like everybody's like, no, they're fucking scum. Like, and they were shocked their realtor license has not been stripped from them at this point because they are legitimately doing all kinds of scumlord shit here is what it is, dude. They were allowing people to live in fucking squalor in Canton, Ohio, and other places in this area, like Canton, the surrounding cities is what it is here. Not doing a damn thing to do anything, jacking up the rent prices on people out of nowhere. By the way, literally, in order to even go with these people, you have to sign a contract that allows them access to your bank account to where they can take money out of your bank account whenever the fuck they feel like it, dude. Like, what the hell kind of legal shit is that, dude? Like, how fucking illegal is that for real? Like, why would you ever allow a company like that to remain in business, dude? When they're obviously, like, thefting of funds from people at that point. It's fucking insane, dude. So, yeah, Frank LaRose, Dave Yost, get off your asses. Go investigate Clear Sky Realty in Stark County, Ohio. Because I guarantee there are other places around the state, too, for that matter. I think Stark County is just, like, their main area. But I guarantee they're, like, in surrounding places like Summit and Tusk and stuff like that's what it is there. So, yeah, like, enough is enough of this shit, dude. Like, investigate these fucking people, put them out of business with this, dude. And get better realty companies in this area that are not a bunch of fucking scumlords. They're not like, specifically, Clear Sky is a brokerage firm, legitimately, for out-of-state interest, dude. Like, I know you love to talk about SG interest all the time, Frank LaRose, and them fucking with their elections, dude. How the fuck are they not fucking with their elections when you have people that are investing in properties in the state who don't even live in the state so that they can then have, I don't know, maybe a fucking address that claims that they do live in the state when they clearly don't, so they can then fund a bunch of fucking elections, dude. Maybe that's also another thing. Maybe that's where election fraud's coming from in the state of Ohio right now, dude. Just saying. Just saying, man. It's not undeniable. There possibly could be a connection there, dude. And that's why I'm saying it should be both Dave Yost as the AG and Frank LaRose as Secretary of State then. They're doing this shit together. Would be then. Like, do a 1-2 tag team, punch out. That'd be the case then. So. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I know we're on YouTube, and I just went to X for a second. I gotta show this specific one as what it is because it's so fucking ridiculous. According to Bloomberg, Tim Walz's masculinity is terrifying to Republicans. Is it though? Is it really? Because no, it is not, dude. That guy is the biggest beta male little bitch fucking pussy ass fuckstick ever, man. That Tim Walz is the least thing from masculine people. Like, if you were talking about Tim Walz's femininity, yeah, that's one thing I'd be like, oh my god, like, they spot on that one, dude. So, yeah, people were asking, is Michael Bloomberg serious? Like, Bloomberg's company serious with this shit? Do Republicans feel terrified of Tim Walz's masculinity? No, we don't, dude. And by the way, that's why it's an opinion piece from Francis Wilkinson. Yeah, as a Bloomberg opinion columnist covering U.S. politics and policy. That's the problem with so many of these so-called, like, articles, news articles, if you will, that'd be the case by the mainstream media, dude. It's not even mainstream media doing the shit. It's a bunch of fucking opinion piece idiots. It's some moron giving their opinion on this thing and being like, oh, but this thing shouldn't be a thing, and this thing shouldn't be a thing. So... I was looking up some stuff here. But nah, seriously, these apples I got are fucking huge, dude. I remember watching something on X before where it's a guy that was talking about which ones were good for you and which ones weren't for you. Because it has the, let's see here, where's that now? Yeah, it's like there's a little number right here on the, like right there on the top, it says a number. And this one is 3283. And I can't remember if it is, because this is by Joyfully Grown. It's the same people that did that, the kiwi that I was eating before. So, I'm not sure. I forget if it was 3s and 4s or if it's 4s and 5s are the ones that are bad for you, and then it's like a 9 is good, I think, maybe. I don't know. It tastes good to me, man. I mean, these things are freaking huge, dude. Like, this is like half of one right here in this bag that I'm eating on right now, dude. And this thing is gigantic still. So, Yeah, it tastes really, really good though. Mm. Very flavorful for sure, for that matter. I do love me some Honey Crisps. This is probably my favorite apple for this time of year, actually. Like late summer, early fall. And then there's another one that Mom used to get all the time that was basically for sauce. I forget what kind it was. Obviously, Honey Crisp can be for sauce too, for that matter, but like they're also really good for their stuff. A little bit of extra skin on that one. You know, my doctor's office called today, and they were telling me, "Oh, this is why the doctor prescribed you that random medication." And it's like, because I guess my A1C has gotten even higher since the last time I saw him there when I did the other testing today. And my thinking to myself, I'm like, could it be, doctor, that I'm all stressed the fuck out because my mother died like 6 months ago or so, and I have to move now? Could it be just a crazy amount of stress right now that makes me want to pull my fucking hair every day? Could that be what's causing my A1C level to kick up? Oh no, that's not at all right. Could it be the fact that my diet has gone to complete shit in the last year, and I don't have a bunch of fucking fiber in my diet anymore? I don't have a bunch of fucking, A1C reducing fruits and vegetables in my diet anymore. Could it be that maybe? No, that's not at all right. No, just put him on some pills. Fucking ridiculous, dude. But yeah, I'm not taking the shit though, dude. The shit that he fucking prescribed me right now. I'm not taking these random fucking pills, dude. Especially when it has a thing on the side effect here. It says this medication may cause dizziness, which I know for a fact it will in me because I tried it with the other ones that he fucking prescribed me like a couple months ago now is what it was. And that shit made me, I was like fucking spinning around the fucking thing after like 2 doses of that shit, dude. So yeah, I'm not taking that crap, dude. I'm going to eat a bunch of fruit. I'm going to lower my A1C naturally. I'm going to do a bunch of exercise. I'm going to try and cut down the fucking sugars in my system and stuff like that. I say that as I went out today and bought a bunch of fucking sugar, basically. Well, a bunch of candy that was on sale, it was. That's all sugary shit. But I think most likely what I'm going to do, because my buddy, his kids, are about to head back to school here pretty soon. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to, because I got like, I think it was 6 of them I got them or whatever there. I think I'm going to take out one for myself, and then I'm going to give him the other ones for his kids. It'll be then be like, hey, I got something for the kids. They would want to have one of these a piece or whatever. So that way I'm not just eating a bunch of sugar myself and being even fatter than I already am is what it is. It's like, hey, kids, you want to get super hyper? Here's some fucking sugar, basically, in the thing of candy. So now, granted, that would be a, weekend thing for them. Obviously, it wouldn't be a weekday thing. But, yeah, anyway. But yeah, I think the thing is, and the thing is too, like natural sugars, like this apple right here, are a good thing to have. Obviously, like that's one thing I do like is dehydrating like cutting like a big ass apple like this into slivers and stuff like that. Like basically like small chunks, like maybe like yay big, give or take. And you could probably get like out of the size of this apple. Obviously, I about 2/3 of this already right now, but it'd be about give or take the size of this one right here. Because obviously you got the core right there, so you can cut like a chunk off of each side basically, and cut that down into about maybe good, like 4 to 5 good sliver sizes, where it would be like strips or whatever. And then you put that on the dehydrator for a few hours, dude. And I'll tell you what, man, you want to talk about some Fat Man candy right there, baby? Like that dehydrated apples at that point, dude, where it's almost like fruit leather kind of apple. Like, dude, that shit is so fucking good. It also backs you up so fucking bad because I can tell you that firsthand that somebody's eating like almost a bag of it one time over like a 2.5 day span. Like, yeah, don't do that because you will be fucking constipated like a motherfucker after that, dude. Because you have so much, it's like so much like fibrous material going into your system then from the apple and like roughage and stuff that yeah, it just backs your ass up so bad, dude. So, but anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna eat the rest of this apple though. This is the first thing I've really had to eat today, actually. So, and it could be that too. I'm just not eating enough food per day. Even the doctor said I was like, he said not only was I, A1C higher, I was also dehydrated and need to drink like another like 3 or 4 glasses of water a day now. Given how juicy this apple is, probably quite a bit of water in this right now, actually. We also have big old seeded watermelons, about yay big, give or take, over there for $8. And I'm just like, dude, I was growing that size in my garden like 4 years ago or so. Like, I could easily grow like 50 of those in the fucking season out here and sell them for like half that price, probably. Make some money there is what it is. So. Trying to get my hands all shitty from the juices of the apple right now. So I just open the bag here. Under part of my nose there. That's why when they're this big right now, you really need to cut these into like chunks and just eat them as a chunk. Some peanut butter, which is what I might do. I've got a knife over here. I'm probably going to take the little chunk of peanut butter and put it on this here in a minute, as it will be. We used to do as kids. Actually, we'd take the apple cores, take out the middle of the core thing, and then just shove a big ass chunk of peanut butter in the middle of the apple. Give them that way. Which apparently, I guess back in the Great Depression, people would do. It would be an onion that they would basically like cut like the core piece out of it, like that is what it would be, and then they would fill it full of like a big old scoop of peanut butter and put it in an oven. I think it was like 375 or 400 degrees, something like that, for like a half hour or so. And it would caramelize the onion. And it would also like do like a weird like melt of the peanut butter. And you would think it would taste disgusting, right? But apparently the people that have actually tried it and talked about it, they're like, this is actually really fucking good. And I'm debating if I want to try that one of these days, honestly, dude. Like, it sounds super fucking weird, but it sounds like something I actually would try. Just to see if it's any, good to eat or not, if that'd be the case. Because I'm not really a huge fan of onions, but if it's like that like weird thing like that where it'd be like caramelized onion / peanut butter combo, like, or it would almost be like a weird dessert kind of thing, like maybe it could be good. I mean, to be fair, like most of us will be eating like a Great Depression pretty soon anyway, to given how fucked up our economy is right now, dude. So, and like I said, even being out here in the outskirts area and stuff like that, where we got the fruit really cheap as what it is, dude. Like, it's not going to be this cheap much longer, dude. I don't think, honestly. Especially considering these are supposed to be like, I believe these are from Washington State, if I'm not mistaken. They were floating from there basically, because they were to Ohio for the time being. So, and I know I got some of these before, or several. I don't know if they were Honeycrisp or not. I think it was something else actually. It was during lockdowns. There was a local. I forget if they were Presbyterian or Catholic church, whatever it was, doesn't matter. But it was some kind of a church place. It was. That's all that matters. House over here was what it is there. And they were basically doing food box distribution under Trump's administration there during lockdowns. And my old neighbor told me about it. And Mom and I went over there one time to get one. And dude, oh my God. Like, the best fucking cheese I have ever had in my entire life. came out of that box. Like it was some kind of Wisconsin sharp cheddar or something. And I'm usually not a fan of like super sharp cheddar, dude, but holy fuck, dude, this the best grilled. Sorry, excuse me. This fucking shit made the best grilled cheese sandwich I have ever fucking eaten. I swear to God. Like I don't know what they're doing to the cows in Wisconsin, there, dude, but like, oh, buddy, like that was so fucking good. And when we ran out, we were just sad because we're like, damn, that was so good. And then we found out they were doing more boxes. We were going to go over there and get another one of them or whatever then. And it was other stuff then. It was not Wisconsin cheddar anymore. And I'm like, damn it. I want some Wisconsin cheddar again. But yeah, it was so good, dude. Like it was like a nice little like block of cheese basically. And oh my God, man. Like mom made some grilled cheeses out of that. And it's just like, oh, holy shit, this is good. There was also, because we had two different ones, obviously, over the time. It was like about maybe a 4-month time span they were doing that for. And it was weird how they were set up because it was, like, you had, like, that where it was, like, a brick of Wisconsin sharp cheddar in there. And then it was, like, I think, like, gala apples from Washington State or something like that in one of them. And then you had, like, some kind of, like, main dish thing that was, like, either chicken or beef or something like that, which I by the way, we had both those things at one point. The chicken that was in the one was really fucking good. The beef that was in the other one was ugh. Like it was like past expiration kind of beef, honestly, on that one, dude, or something. But yeah, the chicken was really good. I think it was like chicken thighs or chicken legs or something like that they put in there or something, and like threw like some kind of sauce or something on top of them there or something. And whatever they were marinated, it was like, holy shit, this is good. Like, it wasn't as good as the Wisconsin sharp cheddar, but it was still very good, though. So, and it was like those three things, and it was, I'm trying to think now. I feel like there was some eggs or something in there, too. I can't remember offhand. I feel like there was eggs or some kind of, maybe milk or something, like some kind of dairy or something. Like 2% milk or something like that is what it was. Like, it was a weird mix. I think there was about 8 or 10 items in there entirely, and it was enough for, like, basically, like, 2 big meals for families or something. Because I want to say it was like 2 big main courses. Like one was like chicken legs or thighs or whatever the case be, and then one was like another. I think the one that was it was 2 things of chicken, and one of them was like that, and it was like some kind of like weird chicken that was like chicken a la king or something like that kind of deal, because it was like in like some kind of weird stuff. It was almost like frozen in there, and that was okay, but it wasn't as good as the other chicken who was there. But yeah, like it was still good stuff though, for real, man. And you know, and it was one of those things where, because of lockdowns, it would have all been tossed out in the garbage, basically, had it not been, you know, sent around and being given out to people for free, is what it is there, basically. So, yeah, I can physically say that Trump fed me once or twice in my life, dude. At least his administration did, anyway. Can't say that about fuckface Biden and Kamala, though. If anything, they've taken fuck food out of my goddamn mouth by giving fucking legals at this point, dude. So... Oh, that was juicy as hell. You can just see like the juice just dripping off that, baby. Obviously, that's a little bit of salt on it that I have right there. So that's good. It's the real salt. This is what you actually should be using for salt, by the way. Like this stuff, or like pink Himalayan salt. Because those actually have like the nutrients your body craves in it, not that fucking over the counter bullshit white garbage. Like the what do they call table salt there? Because fun fact, back in the day, our government actually gave a shit about us as a society and stuff like that. And it used to be you had oh god, what was they put in salt back in the day? I forget what it was. iodine or what it was, but it's something you should have in your system is what it is there, because your body naturally craves that as like a balancer or whatever it is there. And they took that shit out of the fucking salt system for the most part, except in these like real salts and like pink Himalayan salt stuff like that. And so that's why a lot of people have imbalances with this, dude, because they don't have the nutrients in their system they need from like actual salt intake. Or in a lot of cases, it's, you know, you're deficient in like something, whether it be, you know, vitamin D, vitamin B, vitamin A, whatever it is. And it's because you're not getting enough, you know, nutrients in your fruit or your vegetables for that matter in a lot of cases. Or there's a lot of people that just aren't eating that at all for that matter, and then they're not getting anything at all in the system then. So, but yeah. I think my body naturally is craving this apple right now because the more I'm eating it, the more I'm wanting it is what it is. So, by the way, never forget to wash your fruit when you bring it home. At least rinse it off anyway. Which in some cases you should really rinse it off with like a solution of some kind, like a vinegar solution, basically. I don't do that. I usually just do tap water that is there, which in this case is not tap water; it's well water. So, but yeah. There's still quite a bit left on that there. About at least another 6-8 bites anyway. Yeah, I was talking to my uncle about calling up some lawyers tomorrow because I'm seriously considering suing the Stark County Agricultural Society right now over their anti-gunner bullshit going on at Stark County Fair this year, and for years now is what it is. It's completely unconstitutional. It is completely breaking state preemption law and needs to be dealt with lawsuits. And if I can get it going quick enough here, I can definitely get in there before the end of the month here is what it is. So that's what I want to do right now, honestly. Oh, I finally got my, as of today, I finally got a, in for my Amazon credit card then, so I can finally pay that off, or not pay it off, but pay on it. I should say that what it is. So, figure that out here in a day or two. And eventually, when I get the money together, I'm going to pay it completely off what it is them, which I still may sell a bunch of comics that are in these boxes over here is what it would be then. So. Get some money off those, and then obviously use some of that to pay off the card for the stuff I bought in it right now. But anyway. Pretty much all this core on that one then. It's a pretty big core though, by the way. But yeah, I'll toss that in the garbage here in a couple minutes then. Make sure that fell off of this and on the floor or anything like that. Well, he's stuck in my tooth. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good though. Ooh, man. I really feel that natural sugar kicking in right now. So, but yeah, Tim Walsh is a fucking idiot though, for real. So is Kamala and company, dude. Mm. Jesus Christ, dude. Illinois school district teacher sentenced to 9 years in prison for stealing $1.5 million worth of chicken wings. Are you guys ready? 68-year-old Verda Liddell pulled off the chicken wing heist from July 2020 to February 2022. Liddell would place orders of chicken wings with a food provider uh, for the school district, bill the district, but would then keep the wings. She ordered over 11,000 cases of wings. The heist took place during the pandemic when schools were closed, but some students would receive meal kits sent to their homes. The scam was revealed when someone at the district found the invoices, which included chicken wings with bones, something that is typically not served to students. How fucking retarded do you have to be, man? Seriously, to try and pull that shit back off. Like, good God, man. But really, seriously, only 9 years for $1.5 million worth of food theft, dude? Are you kidding me? Like, how is that not like at least like a year per every $100,000 or something, dude? Like, that should be like 15 years for that kind of money, honestly, bro. Yeah, and then somebody said here said lots of restaurants in that area were buying discounted wings from her. Yeah, I would assume so, or it was something that it would either be that where she was making money that way, or it would be a situation where she was oh, that's fucking disgusting. Oh, never mind. That was something else. I thought this was a friggin' what you call it. This one was trying to put in a pot there with some kind of other animal. I thought it was a big old mouse or something like that. Yeah, it was something else that wrapped itself around her though, like a living prawn or something like that. That's what it was there. Which, no joke, I know Matt loves to give shit to everybody about the whole sea bug thing and how shrimp and lobster and all that shit are like the cousins of fucking cockroaches. Well, guess what, motherfucker? They taste fucking delicious, covered and smothered in butter. So, yeah, give me them all day long, bro. I will eat the shit out of those so-called sea bugs, buddy. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to eat that or not. You can go eat your nasty ass, like, fucking I don't know what the fuck he likes now at this point. It's like some kind of gross ass Mexican shit or something like that. That probably has some dude's ass wiping mixed in with it, be my guess. So, obviously, I'm just making a joke on that one. But nah, seriously, Matt needs to stop giving shit to people that eat fucking seafood, is what it is, dude. We don't give a fuck, dude. Like, we really don't. I don't really give a fuck, bro. Like, whatever. It tastes fucking yummy. I'm gonna eat it. Like, hell, man, there are certain people that would be all about that life. So, I mean, hell, look at all these fucking crazy fuckers overseas that eat like fucking human and shit like that, dude. So, yeah. Wow. Well, I might be moving to Thailand, boys, because apparently this video here is what 245K can buy you in Thailand. Now, granted, I don't have $250,000, but still, I mean, it's a nice big ass kitchen, dude. I'm not really a fan of that though. The kitchen turning into like the dining room seating area. There's what it is. It's just weird. And it's like an outside patio too. Like that's just yeah. Although it almost looks like a biosphere where your pool is. That's a pretty small pool, by the way. I want about twice the size of that, honestly. And then right into your master bedroom there. Yeah, see, I'm not a fan of that shit, like, right off my fucking... Like, yeah, it's cool to, like, get up out of the fucking bed and go take a swim or whatever the case may be, but at the same time, it's like, do I really want to live like that, you know? And that's like a garden, some kind of thing up there, and then your weird, like, easy chair gym thing or whatever. What is with these weird-ass bidet-looking toilets, dude? Yeah, I'm not a fan of how much glass is involved in this thing, dude. Like, maybe that's why it's 245 grand, because it's like 95% of it's fucking glass, bro. Like, do you guys just never have storms over there that would, like, break through this glass? Like, first off, my fucking door's not gonna be in a goddamn glass where somebody can just chuck a fucking rock through it, dude. I don't care what country I'm living in. Like, that's some glass house shit right there where you're gonna have no house after that. So, yeah, if I'm paying almost 250 grand for a place, dude, like, it's gonna be some, like, bunkered out shit at that point, bro. So, yeah, people were doing the Beavis and Butthead white privilege video. What I think is hilarious about that one, because it was the, whatever that second Beavis and Butthead movie was, it that they made up there. How we went into the future and stuff like that and found out all these crazy ass liberal people and stuff like that there. What's funny is you have like this black woman discussing stuff, and then there's some crazy white liberal dude that basically like censors her voice to like start speaking out about some shit. She's gonna look like, you fucking piece of shit. So, but yeah, it's funny. But anyway, on that note, I do have some stuff I gotta do for the next hour or so. So, this dude's talking about natural looking veneers. Dude, there ain't nothing natural looking about them fucked up looking teeth. Like, that shit looks like some Joe Biden ass teeth right there, dude. Like some fucking weird ass, like rabbit teeth or something. That's disgusting. That is nasty. I gotta send this shit to Annie right now, dude. Since he loves that Hawk Tuah girl, and then it's literally some Mexican chick having like, I don't know if it's like ranch dressing or what the hell kind of weird looking jizz it is, like shot at her. So, yeah, definitely sending that shit to Matt. Actually, people are bringing up a great comparison here. We're going to leave off with this one today, I think is what it'll be, which is spot the difference. The Nazi Party versus the Democrat Party. Nazi Party, socialism. Democrat Party, socialism. Nazi Party, no guns. Democrats, no guns. Nazi Party, censorship. Democrats, censorship. Nazi Party, media mind control. Democrat Party, media mind control. Nazi Party supported abortion. Democrats support abortion. Nazi Party hated Jews. Democrat Party hates Jews and whites. And Nazi Party was worship the government, and Democrat Party is worship the government. Yep, the Dems are Nazis, dude. They're definitely brown. But it's not even just that, right? It's not even just all that stuff together, dude. Because that's the thing, right? It's not like Democrats are just like legitimate Nazis at this point. They're everything else mixed in there too, man. They're the Stalinist types, the Bolshevik types like that were under Stalin there. They're the fucking Khmer Rouge types that were under Pol Pot's dictatorship back in the day there in Vietnam era. They are the people that were the Maoists under Mao Zedong. And it's interesting because like we did that thing on Rumble the other day with that chick that was talking about not learning about Mao stuff. It's like, exactly, dude. Like, you have this shit going on right now where That's not good. Well, and my brother has some kind of a thing that's going to be sent to him from the Fed boys again. Is it where the IRS is what it is there? This one right here, though, this is my. Yeah, that's not a bad price, actually. Okay, cool. So I can definitely afford to pay that off right now for the minimum anyway for the time being. It'll just be, hopefully by the time I will have to pay it again, then I'll just be able to pay the whole thing off. So it'll be then in September, October then. So, but anyway, let me see here. But yeah, like I was saying though, with the Democrat Party, it's not just that they are, anti-gun, anti-free speech, all that stuff like that. It's also that they're just anti-American in general, dude. And a lot of the stuff that they are doing directly not only goes to Nazis and brown shirts and stuff like that. It also goes directly for Bolshevik stuff. It also goes for Hitler stuff, or Stalin stuff. It goes directly for Pol Pot's people, the Khmer Rouge, that killed a bunch of people over there in various Vietnamese countries, and they're the reason why you now have both Hmong and Laotian immigrants in this country is because of fucking Pol Pot there, because he genocided a bunch of people there is what it is there, and it's like Mao fucking murdered like a fuck ton of people over there in his country, dude, through all, and I said like the other day with that Rumble stream, dude, it was all kinds of fucking means. It was a mix of, Mao shit from him, having the fucking people over there just like killing off all the birds and stuff to everything else for that matter, dude. It's craziness, dude, is what it was. And you wonder why people are like against these dictatorships that are forming right now in our country, dude. It's like, it's not that hard to figure out. People like, we are over their bullshit is what it is, dude. And at some point, like, we got to deal with this crap fucking head on, dude. And I would even say, like, like going back to the Democrat versus like Nazi thing, there's what it was. It was, the difference there is that Democrats now love other countries, love other terrorist countries, whereas people back in those days loved the terrorists that were the fucking motherfuckers in charge, like that piece of shit Hitler. So it just blows me away, honestly, when you got people that just don't know their own history in this country, dude, and like they're just like all fucking fine with it apparently. Like, it's like, dude, like, what the hell is the matter with you, kind of thing at that point, It's like, no, you're not. You should not be fine with these things, dude. Like, these people were fucking genocidal goddamn maniacs. Why the fuck are you putting up with their insanity is what it is, bro. They're fucking insane, and so are you, literally. So yeah, it just really burns me up a lot, honestly, dude, because it's these idiotic, moronic fucking generations of kids now, and even a lot of adults for that matter, that don't even know their own history of this country or any other country for that matter, dude. It's like, if you knew what you supported, dude, you would not be supporting it in many cases. Like, it's all the people that walk around wearing those stupid ass Che Guevara t-shirts, dude. And it's like, I support the current thing kind of bullshit. And it's like, yeah, and you're a fucking idiot that doesn't know anything about Che Guevara, dude. That guy literally would take people out in the middle of a fucking, like, he would have them basically work in the fields or whatever the case be to, like, produce stuff. And if he didn't like that person or, like, they were not producing enough or whatever the case be, he would just off them in a fucking field, dude, legitimately. Like, that's what you support when you're wearing those stupid ass Che Guevara t-shirts, people. Because you think it looks trendy and cool. The guy was a fucking mass murdering maniac, genocidal piece of shit, dude. Just like every other dictator in history. Just like fucking Fidel Castro. Just like fucking Nicolas Maduro is right now there in Venezuela, and like his asshole piece of shit fucking, bastard father. Oh god, what the fuck's that asshole's name now? I'm thinking about it. Fuck. Hugo Chavez, that's who it was. Was that fucking idiot's dad. And it's like, yeah, they're both fucking pieces of shit, dude. They are the worst people throughout U.S. history and American history, for that matter, dude. Like, anytime you look at these people throughout any historical fact, dude, they are the most garbage ass people ever, 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 ever. They are complete scumbags. They are completely fucking genocidal maniac nut jobs who killed fucking everybody. Literally, dude. If you did not obey their bullshit, they were fucking gonna kill you. That's how insane this shit is, dude. And yet you have these morons now that are like basically like sucking this shit up and spoon feeding it, dude. And that's one reason why I can't stand pieces of shit like Nick Freitas so much, dude, because like that guy, like he'll say some stuff that like sounds good, but then he'll say some other stupid bullshit about like supporting like Gaza/Palestine. It's like, or you can support neither side, dude. Like, how about that, buddy? Like, how about just don't take a fucking side? How about fuck them all? You know? Like, that's what we should be. Like, if you're truly America first, dude, like, fuck every country that's not America at that point. Seriously. Like, yeah, it sucks what's going on over there, overseas and stuff right now with those guys, but, like, again, that ain't Americans' problems. That's a fucking British problem, dude. That's a fucking UK problem. Obviously, it's going to make its way here eventually, and that's why we should be looking at that, you know, as a thing to, like, do away with now. So we don't get fucking murked ourselves in, like, you know, 2, 3, 4 years down the road, whatever the hell it's going to be now. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, that's not our fucking problem right now, dude. And truthfully, it's again, it goes back to show everything I've said many, many times, dude. Like, Islam should be expelled from every first world nation in this country, dude. Every Western nation on Earth right now that has a bunch of motherfuckers trying to take it over, like, no, kick their asses out with force. That is how you deal with this crap, dude. That is how it should have been dealt with years and years ago. That's how it should be dealt with now. It's either assimilate or get the fuck out. And if you're not going to assimilate, then get the fuck out faster. Seriously. You know, it's like these fucking people here in Ohio that came from places like goddamn Haiti and shit, don't speak a lick of English, speak whatever the Haitian dialect is there, are unwilling to learn English, and are literally taking away the resources of the town of Springfield right now in Clark County. And now, as of this year, on top of all that, now there's a bunch of violence going on at the Clark County County Fair is what it is there. And it's like, yeah, dude, like, of course it is, because, shocker, when you bring a bunch of fucking people in who don't give a shit about your fucking country, all you are is a bunch of colonies, dude. You're not a fucking actual homogenous country. You're not an actual melting pot nation anymore. You're just a bunch of assholes that want to take over the fucking place is what it is. And that's the problem right now. And has been for quite some time now is what it is. And again, I have no problem with somebody wanting to come here legally and make a better life for themselves, but at the same fucking time, like, bro, at some point, we got to cut the goddamn tap off entirely, dude. And be like, no, you want to come here? Okay, here's the deal. We take in this many people right now, and that's all we take in for the next decade. And we have a forced assimilation in that decade. If you refuse to fucking assimilate, get the fuck out, bitch. And it would be as simple as that. Quite literally. It would be that simple. It'd be like, nope, sorry, you're not assimilating, you're refusing to, you know, learn the dialect of the fucking country, which is English and what it should be at this point. What our fucking founding documents were written in, for God's sakes. And if they're not willing to do that, then fuck them, dude. Kick them out. Boot them out. Make our country better off. And stop letting visa overstayers fucking stay, dude. Like, again, I would honestly go as far as to say, stop allowing people to have fucking visas to go to college in this country. Because what are they going to do? They're going to overstay their ass on a student fucking visa here. And then they're going to be here fucking 4, 5, 6 years down the road is what it is, dude. No, fuck that. You're gone now. And that's what we keep seeing all the time, dude. You got these idiots out there. In a lot of cases, actually, these people that come to like the pro-Palestine protesters and stuff like that, dude, They're the fucking terrorists from other countries that are here on student visas that are expired and have been overstaying in our nation for fucking years now, dude. Like, why the fuck are they still here? Kick them the fuck out. Boot their asses back to their fucking terrorist hotbeds. Like, goddamn, man. It ain't that fucking hard, people. It's like the same. Like, there's a reason why we have a terrorist watch list, for God's sakes. It's because people that are on it are probably fucking not going to be good people. Because people that are on it are probably a fucking threat to our society and our country. Why the hell would you ever let them back in our nation, dude? Like that one fucking guy that tried to assassinate Trump the other day. And like 30 or 40 other politicians there. That dude was a fucking foreign national who was on the goddamn terrorist watch list from some country, flew to another country, and then proceeded to make his way to America through that second country, was stopped by the fucking feds, talked to by the fucking feds, but you got the Fed boys, the same Fed boys that, by the way, 5 years ago today, federally swatted my ass for a what-if scenario about that fuckface Andrew Yang. No, they're just going to let this guy that's an actual fucking terrorist watch list dude into our country on special permissions, by the way, that basically grant him, like, qualified immunity as, like, what do they call that shit now? It's, what the fuck do they call that now? It's that bullshit they give to, like, foreign, the dignitary people and stuff like that. Diplomatic immunity, that's what it is. Yeah, they basically gave this guy diplomatic immunity to be in this country, dude. Who was on a fucking terrorist watch list, for God's sakes. Because he had direct ties to fucking terrorism overseas, dude. Like, what the fuck, man? But yeah, today was the technical 50th anniversary of the day I was federally swatted. Which could have gone real bad because I would have shown up to the door with a gun in my hand. So, if they had kept trying to beat my door down, basically. But thank God I didn't. Thankfully, they left before that happened. But, yeah, today it was 5 years ago today when I had little Timmy boy leave his fucking call me card. So, and that's the only proof I actually have of my federal swatting right there is that card. Because unfortunately for me, I should have had a lawyer next to me that was like, okay, Fed boys, stop trying to deprive my client of his rights because we're going to take your fucking pensions now for trying to fuck with his life is what it is. So, unfortunately, I did not do that. And because I didn't do that, it basically, left me in the lurch now is what it is, where I could probably buy this place out right now if it wasn't for that. So, but, yeah, kind of sucks, man. Quite a bit, actually. But, again, damn if you do, damn if you don't on that one, man, unfortunately. And in this case, it was definitely a damn if you don't kind of situation there. But anyway, what was I saying then? But yeah, so it's been 5 years now. Life has gotten progressively worse, obviously. Mom is gone now. And life just sucks really badly. And now I'm going to have to move probably about 25 to 30 days from now is my guess, honestly, give or take. So, yeah, very unfun for sure. But them's the breaks, unfortunately. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. And unfortunately, in this case, I lost them. So, yeah, I'll have to be moving here at some point. We had the realtor guy come out today to check out the place, and he seemed promised about that it was going to be promising. He seemed like he already had a couple offers on the table, basically, for the place at, asking price. So, is there going to be a bidding war in the house? Hopefully. I would hope so. That'd be sweet, because I would love to get top dollar for it, especially after his commission and stuff like that. It'd be nice to be able to walk away with, quite a bit of cash after that fact then. But, yeah, as it is right now, though, I'm basically going to start packing up pretty badly here pretty soon is what it is, and then from there it'll just be getting shit done, basically. and hopefully by then I'll be able to find a place, because he's obviously, as a realtor, he's also looking, he has rental properties in this area too, so he's also looking for a place for me right now. And then my sister was saying, I guess the other guy she was talking to, it was also another different realtor, has a few places in this area as well that he's looking into. I guess there was one that's not even on the market yet. It was a long-term renter leaving a duplex that was recently purchased, and the people that purchased it are looking for a new person to move in there. So it could very well be I just move over there, then that would be an alliance somewhere. So, which could be cool, because, you know, if worse comes to worse, I could always run for mayor of the fucking city then, if that be the case, while I was living over an alliance. So, but yeah, I was talking to this realtor guy today, and it sounds promising that I might be able to get him and some other people on board to financially back my ass for a county commissioner's run in 2026, the governor's run. So if that be the case, your boy might become a county commissioner then. So, which would be fun as fuck right now, dude. So, and not even gonna lie, dude, I would be super psyched if that happened. Especially with these fuckers that keep wanting to drag on with my disability and stuff like that, because nothing else, I would be able to, you know, potentially do some stuff, and then eventually have be making enough money if I was able to win that race then to basically just live on then. And then basically the plan would still be kind of the same as what it is at that point. Then it would be doing like a springboard kind of deal there, where it would be, we would use that original position of county commissioner then to eventually do a for real run for governor down the line. That's what it is then, by like 2030 probably most likely would be the deal. And it would be us versus an incumbent governor then. And like, I know I said this before, man, if something did happen, like where I knew for a fact I wasn't going to win that race or whatever because it's incumbent governor and stuff, dude, like, would I even bother to run at all? Or would I just wait like another 4 years, you know, rerun for county commissioner, hopefully win a second time, and then simply, you know, run for governor when there's nobody that's an incumbent then? Because that would be the only good thing about right now, if I ran in 2026 for governorship, is if I could actually get the, you know, people backing me and stuff like that, and be able to get, you know, the state on my side, basically enough of the votership is what it would be then. That would be the perfect time to run right now, because there's no incumbents. It would be a toss-up race at this point, basically, of who could go for it, dude, which I think it would probably still go Republican just because of how psychotic the Democrats have become now in the last 10 years or so, and how they're obviously a bunch of, you know, oath-breaking fuckers is what it is now. But, yeah, I really think it would be something where it could easily be a situation of me being able to, you know, like, truthfully, if I, like, let's say it like this right now, like, if I hit the lottery tomorrow, basically, somehow, I could legitimately take enough money there at that point, and just with the power of money, like, let's say I hit, like, you know, a $300 million jackpot or something like that, and I walk away with, like, the lump sum of, like, 160 million, whatever it is there, you know, that kind of money there is what it would be then. Even just taking like 10, 15 million off the top of that, dude, and using that for a political run, like that, because that's what it's going to take to become governor, basically, at least that much. And the reason I say that is because I know when DeWine's bitch ass won the last time around, dude, it was so fucking ridiculous. Like, that asshole, between him and Nan Whaley, the Democrat Party, the Republican Party, and DeWine's financials and Nan Whaley's financials together, like, they spent, like, I think it was like $60 million or something crazy like that between the two of them for that race. And this is what I'm saying. Like, it should not cost you that much fucking money to run for office, dude. That's just lunacy is what that is. Like, that's the problem right there. It's that kind of bullshit in politics, dude, where you have to spend, you know, millions and millions of dollars just because. Hell, I remember I was talking to my current state rep right now, Reggie Stolfis, who's going to be out of office in the year. Here's what it is, because he didn't run for re-election. He simply ran for Congress then in that special election and then lost, obviously. But the thing is, there is, when we were talking a couple of years ago about stuff, I was mentioning something to him about, you know, like, he should basically, at that time, he should have ran for the seat that Jason Stevens is currently holding right now, which is Speaker of the House here in Ohio. And he was telling me the story about how I guess in order to get into those seats, you have to make so many fucking backdoor deals and have over $1 million in financial backing to become Speaker of the House of the State of Ohio then. And it's like, what the fuck, man? And again, and this goes back to, this is exactly why these kind of seats of power like that should be voted on by we the people is what it is, dude. And what it should be, technically, because you have like the majority party or whatever it is there, dude, there should not be a minority vote in that one, dude. Like, if it's Republicans holding the majority of the seats in the House there, that's who should be able to run for the fucking seat. Not some fucking Democrat, and vice versa and stuff like that, dude. And I guarantee you, if you had like 2 or 3 Republicans on the ballot or something like that for people to vote for, there is no way that Derek Merrin will not become the Speaker of the House of this state right now, dude. Instead, he's trying to run out Marcy Kaptur and come the end of the year here in that general election up there in Cleveland area. So hopefully he can do it, man, because that bitch needs to be on seat at this point. Her ass has been in power longer than I've been alive, dude. She has been a congresswoman for Ohio for over 40 fucking years now, dude. In that entire time that she's been a congresswoman, she has done exactly fuck all for this state, dude. She has not helped a damn single person in her entire worthless ass career, dude. All she has done is continuously fuck over our state, steal taxpayer money to justify her fucking job, and just completely fuck us over is what it is there, dude. I'm personally fucking sick and tired of it, man. So, and I know Merritt's a pretty good dude from my understanding. Like, yeah, he might be technically quote unquote a career politician by now is what it is, but at the same time, it's like, it's better than Marcy Kaptur's ass. You know, like, and that kind of goes back to like lesser two evils. It's like, at least it's the devil I know, you know, versus like this crazy old bitch who's like been there so damn long, nobody even knows what the fuck side she's on anymore, except he's obviously a Democrat by default voter is what it is there, dude. For like almost everything, whether it be rubber stamp gun control, whether it be rubber stamp other bullshit, then it's like, no, fuck you, Marcy, get the fuck out, bitch. So, but yeah, I'm fucking done with these people, man. I really am. I've had it with their asses. I've had it with the fucking Democrat Party entirely. I'm pretty much had it across the board right now, dude. Like, we should not have to live like this, where you have food price. And again, going back to the fruit stuff, like, yeah, you're going to get fruit prices that are out of control and stuff like that when you're living in major cities in this country. But at the same time, like, even around here, dude, like, I remember these big ass apples like this. They used to be like 50 cents a pound, dude. Or it may even been like 39 cents a pound at one point during Trump's administration. And now they're 99 cents a pound on sale, dude. When normally when they're not on sale, they're like $1.50 to $2 a fucking pound. Which, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's the astronomical bullshit that's happening in our country right now, dude. Of just like, and I'm, oh my god, man, I couldn't even. Oh Jesus! Like, again, me stressing out right now. I could not even think if we were hyperinflation right now, dude. Like, holy fucking shit, bro. Like, we would be done as a country, honestly, for real. Like, if we ever get to that point where it's hyperinflation shit, dude, like, we are just fucking done. Completely. Like, if it's Venezuela at that point, like, sayonara, motherfuckers. Because we're all fucked. So, I still really don't trust that one guy either. That I was talking about on the Rumble chat the other day. That Max Kaiser guy, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's supposed to be like some Bitcoin dude or whatever. He's like talking about us possibly backing up our currency with Bitcoin. It's like, why the hell would we back up a fucking currency with literally digital ones and zeros, bro? That is fucking retarded. If you're going to back it up with anything, you go back to a gold/silver standard like we had back in the 50s and 60s, dude. Which, by the way, those don't know, it was never really a gold standard. It was actually a silver standard. And it's something that Kennedy wanted to bring back before his assassination. So, which may or may not would be what led to JFK actually being off, dude. So, just saying. And again, that really just goes to show the corrupt, scumbaggy bullshit of our society right now is what it is, dude. And it's like, the thing is, too, with that Kaiser guy, like I'm going to listen to some dude who's already turned tail and ran his ass down to El Salvador, dude. Like, You're not even an American citizen anymore, buddy. Well, this is a Honey Crisp right here, and these are really good. I prefer. I know I used to like Granny Smith a lot, and then I found out the Honey Crisp was existed, and I'm just like, oh, this is so much better. And there's like a weird like Honey Crisp hybrid of something. I forget what it's called, but it only exists in like a couple of states, so they have to like import it to our state is what it is there. But I've had one of those before, and oh my god, dude, that's just like a flavor pack in your mouth at that point. Red and yellow delicious are okay. Like it depends on what time of the year you get them. Honestly, those are really good. By the way, that's another one. Like the red delicious, yellow delicious are good if you have it in cider with a couple other things. So that's the thing. Like if you have those two and the Honey Crisp together, all growing at the same time, usually the orchards around here will throw them all together and stuff like that because it's all the shit that's like hitting the ground or whatever. They'll just like pick it up with like a shovel or whatever the case be and just like throw it into the bin to be mixed together or whatever. Then like it's all like pressed and then it's like what you call it, and they like I forget what they call it, but it's basically like a flash pasteurization they do on it or something like that, where it's like barely pasteurized at all. And that's what your cider should be, by the way. It's the stuff that can become alcohol very quickly too, for that matter. And because if you ever had stuff in the store that just tastes like god awful, it's because it's so over pasteurized is what it is. Whereas apple cider is meant to be like barely pasteurized at all. And yeah, that shit is, oh my god, so fucking good up there. I want to go one of these days to get back up to that orchard and see if it still functions or not. And if it does, I'm definitely going to buy some because I know that the husband, I think, sold it off and then because the wife had died or whatever. And I'm not sure if anybody is currently running it or not. I think it might be out of business now, so I'd have to go find a new orchard to go to then. But either way, doesn't matter because any orchard's better than no orchard, dude, is what it is. Like all these other places, all these fucking whatchamacallits are just garbage, dude, for real. Yeah, they're not good at all. They actively suck. The store brand stuff is just complete garbage entirely. It's just not good at all. And I've had cider from like a Walmart or not Target, but like a Sam's Club or something like that before, and it's just like, ugh. Like it just tastes god awful, dude. When you've had real apple cider, nothing compares, dude. None of that fucking pasteurized shit ever compares to the real fucking deal, baby. So, but yeah, like, and especially that's the thing too, because you can taste like the difference between like ciders and stuff throughout the season and stuff, depending on what kind of apples are mixed together in it there. Because like if it's like the time of the year where it's like Honey Crisp and like the delicious kinds and stuff like that, and like maybe like a little bit of Granny Smith in there too or whatever. Like it has like this weird like sweetness on the top and then like a bitterness like right at the tail end of it, which tastes kind of good. But then if it's like more like the sour apples like your Granny Smiths and stuff like that only in there, like bro, like that shit is like oof, it's like real sour. And they'll try usually these orchards around here anyway, at least that one did. They try to do like a weird mix of stuff because they wanted people to know exactly what tastes good and what not and what doesn't basically. And so they were always given like they were trying to have like a couple trees that would like flourish right at the end or what it was there that were like kind of sweet is what it is. So they could mix that stuff in and then have it be like a mixture of like the bitter and the sweet together there. And they did a pretty good job at blending it for the most part. There was only a couple times I had from over there that was just like, ugh, like this is just not good. And it was only like I said, it was only a few times honestly, but yeah, for the most part, like it was still pretty tasty though. And yeah, overall, it was just really good in general. And I think, honestly, that's the problem with a lot of things right now is that people are not realizing, like, you got to have the better quality stuff, dude. And like I said, with that girl that was bitching the other day about the fucking $13 bag of grapes and stuff like that, I was over there legitimately today. I walked over there today, and it was the, I forget what they were called, like candy cane or something like that. Or no, it's cotton candy. That's what it was, cotton candy grapes. They were $1 a pound, but they also still looked kind of crappy, is what it was. Because I looked up and I was going to grab a bag, and they looked like they were about to like go, rotten in like a day or two, pretty much. And I'm like, no, I'm good on that one. Those might already be somewhat rotten right now. And I was looking at the ones next to them, and it was like some red and some greens and stuff like there. And I was like, these don't look too bad, but they were $3 a pound. And I was like, it's kind of expensive, at least around here. Because at that point, if it has like a 2-pound bag or whatever the case, you are paying like $6-7 for it then. So, But yeah, it's not super bad like that. That's what I'm saying. Like you're definitely in many cases you are the people that are bitching about like the food prices on that kind of way. You're paying number one for stuff that is being imported into a major city, so that's a big thing right there. And then number two, you're also paying in a lot of cases for convenience stuff because like my cousin, he bought a few things today where it was like parfait things that it was there, and they were I think like $3 or $4 a parfait thing, and it's like, yeah, because you're paying for convenience is what it is, dude. And like he wasn't against paying that for it, but yeah, what he actually got because it was only like I think 5 or 6 things, and it was like 20 or no, maybe it was actually 6 or 7 things. I think now because it would have been 2 things of licorice. It would have been sorry, 2 things of licorice. He bought a thing of Razzle things that were like I think $1 or something or so, maybe $1.50 something like that, with some kind of candy. And then so that'd be like $7.50 for that stuff. Then he got like 2 parfait things, and then a couple things of peaches or something like that's what it was. It ended up being like $23 or something pretty close to that if that be the case, like 22.10 or something like that, somewhere in there. And like it wasn't terrible, but it definitely I think you could have got more for that same amount of money then. But again, he was buying convenient stuff in many cases, and it's because you want something quick. Like my uncle, my other yeah, because that was my cousin, my uncle that took me over there originally to get some stuff. He ended up getting it was just like a little container thingy of fruit that was all together and stuff like that, like maybe like yay big or so, and that was like $4 for that little container, dude. And it's because you're paying for the convenience of somebody else to cut up like 5 different things of fruit and throw them in there for you. Is what it is there. Which it was a pretty big container, but I don't know if it was like I wouldn't consider it to be like $4 worth of money container. To me, it was like a $2 container of fucking shit. Really, what it is there. But again, like inflation's a bitch. So there you go. Uh, but not for real though. It's ridiculous to have people out here bitching and moaning about stuff and acting like, oh my god, things are so much more expensive. It's like, yeah, because you live in a major city where everything has to be trucked in for you not to die, literally. Like that's what people won't realize, dude. Is like all these people that are bitching about these like inflated things and whatnot. They all live in these major cities, dude. Like come out to a rural area, live in the rural area for a month or two, dude, and you'll find out how much cheaper it is. The only difference is you obviously got to commute like a bitch to go to work. That's what it is. It'd be like an hour or two drive to fucking work then. But nah, other than that though, you're fine, dude. Like you are able to make it. Like there's a reason why I am living on a property right now. Obviously not for much longer, but the property I'm living on right now was appraised for $240,000 with 10 acres, dude. And the house I live in right now. So, and we're probably going to get at least that out of asking him, I guess, honestly, because the way that the realtor guy was talking is I'm like, because I even asked him, I was like, is there a chance we get asking for this? And he's like, you're probably going to get more than asking in some cases, dude. So, yeah. So that's a good deal, in my opinion, dude. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish I could stay here, honestly. I wish I really could stay here, honestly. But, like, unfortunately, that's not the case right now. The case right now is having to sell because fucking Chase Bank is a bunch of scumbags that want to get fucking paid. Instead of us just being able to refinance or just uh, either that or having like something in place right now in the state of Ohio where it's like, upon this person's death, this bank can go fuck itself, kind of a thing, like tough shit, dude. And that's what's fucked up, right? Because I know for a fact like how much money mom paid out to these assholes over the years. There is no way that she has not paid at least double the fucking principal at this point in history, dude. And for these pieces of shit to claim she's still at a damn dime to their asses is just fucking bullshit. And that's the problem with interest rates in this country, dude. It's like, no, if I'm taking out a $70,000 or $80,000 loan, that's what I should fucking owe you, dude. Not fucking, $300,000-$400,000 later, it's still not paid off. Like that's bullshit entirely. So, anyway. Yeah, I've had those before. They're decent. There's a lot, like, I know Honeycrisp can be used for a bunch of different stuff. I think they can be used for pies quite a bit is what it is there. And then they also are used for, what's the other thing I'm thinking of right now? Yeah, it's like pies, and then it would be like you can kind of use them for sauce, but not really a sauce apple. Like if you're gonna go for like an apple that's like an all-around apple, like the Honeycrisp was like one of the all-around kind of apples, versus like an apple that's meant to be made for like sauce or made for like pies or whatever the case be. I think they are closer to like a pie apple than it is anything. But I know that there's other ones out there too that are like specifically for, like it specifically says it on like the, if you go like an orchard or something like that, how like little signs there will say like, you know, best for sauce apple or something like that is what it is there or something like that. I know my mom used to get those quite a bit. Actually, it was like a lot of the I think yellow. If I'm not mistaken, I think Yellow Delicious are one of the better ones that we use for sauce as like just a bland kind of apple. And then when you're mixing in like all the sugars and cinnamons and stuff like that, that's what it is there. It tends to sweeten up quite a bit. That is what it is, because you can take like the sweetness of the various stuff. Versus, you know, some of these ones they don't take any of that shit at all, and it's just, you know, it is what it is at that point. There was actually one that grows on our property right now. It's outside. There was an apple tree. My grandfather planted on this property like, I don't know, 70 years ago, something like that probably. At this point, I have no idea exactly how long ago it was. But it does reproduce every year or two. And the one thing about that is that that particular tree has some really mushy apples that come off of it. But oh my god, dude, Mom made sauce with those one time, and holy shit, that was a good fucking applesauce that day. Like that was probably one of the better applesauces I've had off of my natural land that it was there. And that's one thing, if I ever do get the money together and able to buy a place later on and down the road or whatever, then one thing I would definitely want to do is I would want to have enough acreage to where I could legitimately create like a food pyramid around the property. Because what we would basically have is you would have, there was a guy years ago that was talking about this, and what he would do was he would have like this cabin in the woods where it was there, and then from there it would be, what do you call it now? I'm trying to think what I'm saying now. It was like where the cabin set or whatever, there was like a whole bunch of trees and like shrubs and stuff all around it, like about maybe like 10, 15 feet from the front door basically. And what it was is this guy was creating all kinds of herbs, all kinds of edible plants, and then all kinds of fruit trees around the place. And so what it was is you would have like this one area that was like this tree that was like a fruit, it was like 2 or 3 different trees around it that were all producing some kind of fruit is what it was. And then right underneath those, you would have, or not right underneath them, but like right by them is what it is there, you would have a different tree that would be for like some kind of herb or like medication or something like that kind of deal. Or it would be like an edible plant for that matter. Or it would be like leafy greens or something. And that's kind of what I would want to do, honestly, is something like that, where I could basically live off my own land. And even if that means I only have like a couple acres or something like that, that'd be cool enough, dude. Like, I'd be fine with that. Like, that would work for me, honestly. So, but yeah, I think that's the problem with a lot of people is they want to have a little too much, and you know, it's kind of like that corporate greed thing where it's just like, you know, it could all be kind of cool if we all had like, you know, similar, like I'm not trying to go like full socialist or communist or whatever the case be there, but what I'm saying is like, you know, if people just had like enough, you know, to like live on, survive on and stuff like that, we'd all be fine. But the problem is that you got like crony capitalism and stuff like that. That's another thing that pisses me off about all these leftists and stuff too, is like, they'll always bitch about like, oh, but the capitalist society this or the capitalist society that. It's like, hey, dumb motherfucker, we live in crony capitalism. You have never actually seen what true capitalism looks like in this country because we've never actually had it in your fucking lifetime, you moron. If we actually had true capitalism, somebody like me would come up with $1 million fucking idea today, go get a fucking loan, like either borrow money from family or go get a loan from a bank immediately and be able to make money off of that fucking idea by making it in mass quantities then. You know, like with some kind of a product or whatever the case be. But instead, because of crony capitalism, you got shit like Shark Tank, where you got all these fucking millionaire assholes like Kevin O'Leary or fucking Mark Cuban or all these other fuckers like that, dude. And then it's these douchebags holding the fucking purse strings and being like, oh yeah, I'll totally give you fucking, you know, the $200,000 for fucking 5% of your business or whatever it is there. Or in that case, it's like that's what the people actually want is like 5% or whatever the case be to give away or whatever. But they're like, well, I'll give you $200,000, but I want 25%. Like it's that kind of corporate greed shit like that, dude. And it used to be back in the day before that fucker Cuban became like a known douchebag leftist. What it is there, dude. Like I always thought to myself because I was talking to mom about it. I was like, yeah, you know, if I ever made like something that would be like a Shark Tankable idea or whatever the case be, I would definitely make like a deal with these people. And it would be like that Lori Grenier woman, that's the QVC lady and stuff like that. Or it would be maybe Barbara on there, because she's done some stuff that maybe would equate to what I was going to do or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'd never make a deal with O'Leary, and I never make a deal with like some of these other people, what it is there. And I was like, yeah, I might make a deal with Mark Cuban too, for that matter. But now it's like, knowing how much of a leftist turd Cuban has become, I was like, nah, fuck that, dude. Like, I'm not ever making a deal with this asshole if I ever gotten that Shark Tank is what it is there, dude. Like, in fact, I would tell him to his face to go fuck himself. And then at that point, it would be like 2 years later, like, man who told Cuban to fuck himself is now a multimillionaire anyway, kind of thing. So, but, yeah, I'd probably be like something like, nah, bro, I don't make deals with anti-gun douchebags like you. And people would be like, damn. Because most likely what the thing is I would make would be like Pro 2A stuff or something like that. But anyway, yeah. But it is what it is. So. See, the problem is I'm not, because it's so overgrown over there right now, I have no idea what the apple tree even looks like right now. Because I don't know if it's even producing right now or not. And that's the only reason why I wouldn't do that, obviously. Like, I know there's another one back here that's like a crab apple tree that's like half dead is what it is. And so I'm like, maybe I would do that one, but then I'm like, like, is it worth it to do that one or not? Because I would have to like spray the shit out of it then. And then, again, depending on where I'm going to, because most likely where I'm going right now would be a apartment complex or like a duplex or something like that, where I would not have the ability to plant anything on that property then, unless it would be me making like some little weird ass like tree in a pot basically or something like that. And then it's, I don't know how that would survive if that be the case then. So yeah, it's not really, it's whatever, dude. It's like the same thing with all the blackberry canes out there right now. Like that's the guy that was the realtor dude was telling me that today. He's like, talking about having a buddy come out with a brush hog to make like a better pathway, and it's like, well, first of all, dude, like you know, unless you're gonna make like a pathway to the leach bed, because that's what you would be pointing back at. Like, I don't really know why you do that, but unless you're trying to like replant the septic someplace else it would be then or something. But yeah, like it was just weird the way what he was telling me basically about or whatever, and I'm just like, all right, but like the deal is, man, like that area over there, right there, is this motherfucker. Sorry, this fucking guy trying to give me shit I don't need. Douche. So. But anyway, what was I saying then? I don't know, I got distracted from what I was talking about. Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's basically he was telling me about like, you know, basically like basically carving a path over here someplace, and it's like, dude, there's no access to the field back there. Like it's all over here. Like if you're gonna do a pathway back that way, you'd be going to the neighbor's area and stuff like that. Like what the hell are you talking about? So I'm gonna have to talk to him about that maybe when he comes back out with something else. And be like, you realize like this is the pathway, right? Like there's no pathway over here, buddy. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, he seemed like a pretty good dude otherwise, though. And like I said, he'd be a guy that's potentially helping me get into office then at some point down the line, hopefully. But I know he's made a lot of political enemies in this area, but or people don't like him because of that reason or whatever. And I was like, well, it sounds to me like this dude is exactly who I need on my side because he's kind of a no nonsense, take no shit from anybody kind of person, and that's exactly what I am. So, you know, like that's exactly what I would need to have as my like potential campaign manager guy or like whatever the case be there, like financial back or whatever it is there or something. You know. It's like I was making jokes with him about like, I'm not going to sell out to people, but like, if I was to make like fake promises to people just to get in office, and then it's like I do what the fuck I want after the fact. It's like he's just like laughing about it. I'm just like, yeah, like that's what I would add. Like seriously though, if I ever did have to do something like that to get in office, that's what I would do. Honestly, like I would just be like, oh yeah, I'll cut you this deal, this deal, this deal, this deal, whatever the case be, just to get in office. And then it's like, you know what? Fuck all y'all. I'm in power now. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want, bitches. So, but. Yeah. Now, granted, I've become a one-term person at that point, but you know how much you can get done in one term, though, man? A fucking lot. And by then, you can actually start making your own money and stuff like that, through various shit. And at that point, then it doesn't really matter because then you can actually, finance your own campaign then next time around, so it is then, with various things you've done and various investments you could have made out and whatnot. There's what it is, so. Yeah, it is what it is. Now, granted, just to be clear on that one, I'm not talking about like insider trading stuff, people. I'm talking about like legitimate things that can be done while holding political office in the state. And it would just be having like money to invest in like the stock market or something like that. That's what I'm talking about legitimately. So, not like fucking piece of shit Nancy Pelosi who legitimately insider trades every fucking day, but because those assholes in Congress are somehow exempt from going to prison for that shit, she can get away with that kind of crap, which is absolutely ridiculous to me, by the way. It's like, how the fuck is that even legal, dude? Like, how the fuck are you going to have a bunch of corrupt-ass scumbags like that write their own goddamn ticket and be like, oh, no, I can do whatever the fuck I want because I'm a congressperson and I'm going to write the fucking law now. Like, no, the fuck you're not. Like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. It's fucking ridiculous what it is, dude. Absolutely retarded, asinine bullshit at that point, dude, for real. So, but yeah, it just really pisses me off as what it is there. So, but anyway, I think Matt's going live at some point here. I'm not exactly sure when tonight. I think it's about roughly 9 p.m. his time, or 9 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. his time, which will still be roughly about an hour and a half from now, give or take. But I got some stuff I got to do here in the next couple minutes there that I got to look into completing completely. So, yeah, definitely want to get this all done before it's all said and done here, because God forbid I don't get that stuff done and then, things don't end up where they need to be then. So, but anywho. But yeah, I definitely think there's going to be some interesting stuff going on. Most likely, this will end up being one of the few last streams I end up doing from this property then. I'm going to try to do a few more streams, obviously, here and there. But my thinking, my thought process right now is that whenever it's all said and done, I'm going to... I probably will do like one final stream from the place is what it is. And it'll be... like if you ever see like a video that's like final stream from the house or something like that, that's going to be the final stream I'm going to do from this property then. And it'll just be me, doing whatever then. Like it'll just be like a bullshit and chat or whatever the case be or something probably. Because I do want to do like one final like hurrah from the house. Here's what it is. And it would be nice to be able to do that, obviously. And if I could pull that off, it'd be really excellent then. So, but anyway. But yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on anymore, man, that I don't know if we're going to be able to survive it all. And I'm hoping that I can leave and then just have, good things happen after the fact and we don't crash as a society / country. But That's one thing I'm very, very worried about is just this place selling like right before the election here, and there's everything going like as soon as I move, everything is going tits up basically, and that is the last damn thing I want to see happen. Because if that happens, like, oh, buddy, it will not be a good time for anyone then. So, and I'm not about it. I'm not about that life right now. Because I do fear for the future. I really fear for my niece and especially my nephew right now. Because yeah, if they try to kick off World War III, dude, that kid is draft age and he is fucked. He is going to be going to be forced into a draft or something like that, having to dodge the motherfucker, one of the two. Like I think honestly, like there are very few times where I would legitimately pick up arms against the tyrannical government at that point, dude. But if it became like some draft shit with my nephew, like it's fucking war, baby, and it's that simple, really. Like I'm not letting you fucking take my kin. I'm not letting you send my nephew off to die for your fucking gay ass bullshit wars. Is what it is, dude. That you're trying to fucking start to get fucking Lockheed Martin and Halliburton and everybody else like that fucking more money. Then fuck that shit. You want to go fucking go to war, bitches? Go fight it yourself then. Fuck you, Pelosi and company. Fuck you, McConnell and company. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that something hasn't kicked off right now in in Iran. But I haven't checked the news like internationally yet today, so it might be there already is something going on there. But who the hell knows? But yeah, I did get a book today though. I finally bought the book I've been talking about forever because I couldn't find what you called of it. So I bought Soft Apocalypse. So I'm most likely going to read this on this channel at some point. It's 240 pages, I believe it is here. 239 pages, that's what it is. But yeah, basically this as this reads here, it says, what happens when resources become scarce and society starts to crumble? As the competition for resources pulls America's previously stable society apart, the new normal is a soft apocalypse. This is how our world ends, with a whimper instead of a bang. New societal structures and tribal connections spring up across America as the previous social structures begin to dissolve. Soft Apocalypse follows a journey across the southeast of a tribe of formerly middle-class Americans as they struggle to find a place for themselves and their children in a new, dangerous world that still carries the ghostly echoes of their previous lives. So basically, the thing with that is, and I've actually read like the first chapter of this because that's the one that's like the PDF file. And essentially, what this is it goes through a lot of different stuff, and it's what we're seeing right now, honestly, where it is people who are legally coming into our country, trying to fuck with our resources and stuff like that. And with that case, it's them basically thinning our resources out like crazy, to where it's these two dudes and like some of the people that are with them as like this weird like nomadic tribe is what it is there that just essentially walk around like this area and like find a place to sleep basically in like tent cities is what it is more or less. And then of course there's like throughout the beginning chapter or so of the book, there's basically talk of like camps of people being rounded up that are illegals, and in some cases they're actually illegals hanging out with illegals that don't realize they're illegal is what it is. And so it's basically essentially what they're describing, I believe, was in part that Project 2025 thing is what it is, which is kind of funny. But at the same time, it's all these leftists that are like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be in place." It's like, no, dude, you're gonna will that shit into place because you're fucking dumb. Is what the problem is there. Damn, I wish I had this kind of money right now for the next 20 minutes. Yeah, if I had $5, I could just blow right now on this. It would be 3K rubies, 90 long ranges, 12 of the keys, and then 16 of the assembly things. which is actually a pretty good price for $5 because all the other stuff too as well. On that one, you get 1,250 speed ups and stuff like that, some other shit too. So that's actually not a bad price on this game right now. And again, that's the problem with microtransaction gaming when I'm playing gaming. Here's what it is. It's just like, yeah, they always find a way to try to fuck you, man. And pay just a little bit of money out the door. Then I'm just like, no, stop trying to get my money. So, but yeah, it's just funny like that. But no, seriously though, it's a lot of crazy stuff, man. For real, like going back to the Stop Apocalypse thing. There, it's it's these people that are just like, it's kind of like it's not really useless degrees either, for that matter. It's like the stuff that would go away in like sort of a not really Great Depression, but like a partial depression, I guess is what it is. Where you got like some people that are still working, obviously, which is what happens in this book, and then you got some people that are obviously aren't working at all right now because their degrees are like not needed or their jobs are like not essential. Basically, is what it is there. So it's kind of like what we saw in 2020 with the whole like essential worker bullshit is what it is there. It would be people like that don't they're basically not giving shit except for like whatever their paycheck would be, and then it would be all these other assholes over here that are trying to fuck around, being like, oh, but I totally deserve $20 an hour minimum wage for fucking flipping a burger or something like that kind of thing. And it would be like, no, your job is not essential anymore. Here's your fucking replacement, a robot. And that's what would happen in those cases, dude. You would literally have robot takeovers at that point, and it would be people that would be like, well, fuck me, man. Like, this is some bullshit. And it's like, well, you should have thought about it before you went fucking full commie, dude. And that's the problem with these people. They don't understand that shit. They don't get that shit, and they're just dumb. Like, I saw one yesterday. It was a Chick-fil-A robot thing that they were wheeling out, and they're like, oh, look how fucking cool this thing is. And it's like, dude, that thing is some bullshit. Like, first off, it's some creepy-ass facial recognition stuff to get your fucking order. And then secondly, it's just creepy in general. So, but yeah, it's like, they were just like showing this guy and this chick like waiting for their Chick-fil-A order, and it was them legitimately going and buying things, this little weird like electric cart thing or whatever the case be, that came to their house, and he had to like put his phone up to the computer screens on it to like recognize the stuff, and then it like showed his face or whatever. He like took his face down there too, just to take like a shot of his face, basically, and prove it like that's the customer that you're delivering to or whatever. And then it had its hood thing lift up like this, basically, and then it was actually, I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick because it should be in our archives right now for our channel. They're on Twitter. If I can find it real fast, I'll play the whole video as what it is there. So, but yeah, it's super fucking creepy, dude. And again, it just goes back to the stupidity of our society, really, is what it is, embracing this kind of stupid bullshit. So, because the thing is, too, it's like, it's not going to work here in America, dude. It's just not. You're going to have people that are going to go other places and do other things where it can work, like, some Asian country or something like that. But here in America, that shit don't work for several reasons, and it's because you have people that are just scumbag thieves that will always thieve, is what it is, dude. And like what I was telling my uncle about today, I was like, how long before you have like 3 people just surround the motherfucker with a crowbar and just pop the fucking hood of it and take whatever's in it then? And he's like, that's exactly what I was thinking before you said that. So, let's see if I can find it here real quick. Damn it, I know it's here. A few minutes ago. That's the problem. I share so many things. It's just like, it's hard to find exactly what I'm looking for then. Should be, I think, an Alex Jones retweet, maybe. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. What was here? I don't think it was this far back, though. Huh. Yeah, maybe it was, actually. Yeah, 'cause there's those crazy chicks. That might have been this far. Yeah, it might be this far back, actually. Yeah, because that was those crazy chicks that were talking about voting for Kamala. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. What a bunch of nonsensical nut jobs. Okay, there's the Jeep thing. It's the guy with his family. That was a chick talking about Kim Jong or Mao. Let's see. It's not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. God, where the hell? Oh, here it is. I just found it. So yeah, so you got your. Let's see if I can pull this up even better, actually. So yeah, you got your little creepy ass cart here. That is a Chick-fil-A cart. Like, I'm guessing this is an electric vehicle, by the way, so it's probably like a couple mile range, is my guess. So it just like wheels its way up on your thing. You see what I'm saying right there? Like you can see like the hinges of this motherfucker where the the trunk is for it to get your food out there. And so he puts his fucking phone up there to get it to open up, and then it just opens up real close, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, like you could easily like while this thing is closed, it wouldn't take that much, dude, to take like a little pry bar down there and just like pop the whole fucking hood up, dude, is what it is there. And you just steal whatever the hell the contents are then. But yeah, he just takes his food out, takes his drink out, shows the thing his thing, it just goes back down then. And it's like, yeah, there goes your fucking delivery drivers now, dude. Congratulations, you just fucked yourself. That's the kind of shit that just bugs the fuck out of me, dude, for real. Because it's just like, it ain't right, dude. You got good men and women out here that need to just have a living, and you're just totally taking the food out of their damn mouths at that point by embracing that kind of fucking technocracy bullshit is what it is, dude. And the thing is, it's not like it's even that good either, for that matter. It's like, you saw how fucking slow that motherfucker came up there, dude. It's like, it goes like 5 miles an hour or something, dude. So it's going to take you like a fucking, probably like 20 minutes to get your food and shit at that point. Versus like some fucking worker guy could probably get to you in like 10 minutes, honestly. Actually, the only good thing about that is if it was like a replacement for like DoorDash and stuff like that, you wouldn't have to worry about these fucking assholes eating your food and shit. Like that would be the only safeguard there, you know. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to have to worry about that. Though is what it is. What the fuck is this shit? Sorry, my phone's pinging off. Wow, nice. Okay, it was it was the realtor guy that's possibly going to be my financial backer in the future, or be the guy that hooks me up with financial backing is what it is there from those buddies and stuff. He just texted me back and is like, "It's good to meet you today. Looking forward to talking politics with you in the future." It's like, "Yep, it's cool. It's cool. Yep, I'm pretty psyched about that, man. I'm not even gonna lie, pretty psyched about that one. I think that was definitely something we needed to have. I think my cousin just got here with the mower. That's where the mower kick off, and it sounds like it's right outside my door is what it is there. So you see, possibly gonna come back tonight and mow. So it probably isn't coming back then. But anyway, oh here you go. 3 hours ago, FBI probing alleged Iran hack attempts targeting Trump, Biden camps. No, it's just Trump's camp, you fucking assholes. Quit your shit there, buddy. Ain't fucking attacking dipshit's camp. They're only going after Trump's camp only because it's not even fucking Iran, you morons. It's a goddamn Democrat party trying to fuck with them, dude. Yeah, and then you got this fucking asshole at the Raw Story, Bobby Azarezazan, claiming how stupidity is an external threat to America, an opinion piece, and then it shows a picture of Lauren Boebert. It's like, no, I would say fucking how much you do a story like that where you have AOC be your dumb little fucking cunt bitch, dude, because that's who the real fucking dumb cunts in fucking society are right now. Is these dumbass Democrat hoes like her and fucking Ilhan Omar. Hell, Rashada Tlaib was sharing fake fucking articles the other day, dude, about fake fucking stories is what it was. Like, how the hell is that shit not fucking stupid as shit, honestly, dude? And you're talking about sitting congresswoman, for God's sake, at this point. You're talking about Tlaib, who was only able to get back in the other day because she legitimately had no fucking primary challenger. She won an unopposed race in a fucking Islamic hellhole district in Dearborn, Michigan, dude. Why the fuck are these people even in our country, dude? Why the fuck do they even have voting rights to vote some fucking terrorist piece of shit like that into power, honestly, in the first place? Fucking BS is what it is, dude, for real. So fucking sick of it, man. I really am. Like, I have personally had it with these motherfuckers at this point, dude. Like, is Lauren Boebert that much better? No. But you know what she is? She's a fucking American citizen that gives a shit about the Second Amendment, dude. Now, granted, can she go fuck herself when it comes to jerking off Israel? Yes, she can. And that's the entire point. They all can, dude. Like, for real. Like, you are a representative for the United States citizens, not the citizens of fucking Israel, dummies. Like, you want to sit there and claim to be America first? I'm representing America's best interest, where we actually have Americans first, not fucking Israelis first, not fucking Palestinians first, not fucking Gazians first, not fucking Afghanistanians first, not Iranians first, not, you know, whatever the fuck first at that point. No, it's America first, Americans first. And fuck everybody else until that happens, dude. Seriously. It's fucking ridiculous with this, dude. There's absolutely no reason at all to have us get screwed like that when we could easily have a better society right now, dude. Where we have America's best interest first and only, and fuck everybody else until that becomes an achievable goal right now. Because that's how it should be across the board right now, dude, for real. Enough is enough of fucking putting other countries in front of America, dude. It's like I've said so many times, dude. Unless you're an actual transplant from another country, where you are legitimately like born in Africa, then you're an actual African American, or you're, you know, born in, you know, Japan, so you will be a Japanese American or a Chinese American or something like that, dude. Asian American, whatever you would call it at that point. Then, like, that would make sense, right? But if you are an actual American that wants to embrace America, then call yourself a fucking American, dude. Don't be putting words in front of that shit. You are an American, buddy. Treat this country like you would want to be treated, with respect and dignity, and speak our fucking native language of English. It ain't that hard, man. Like, seriously, bro. That's what bothers me so much is I go around, like, here, even Ohio, dude. Like, I go around the state of Ohio. I go over to the place there from time to time with my cousin. And you know what I hear? I hear like people fucking speaking all kinds of other dialects. It's like, buddy, this is fucking America. Speak English. But no, it's them fucking speaking Chinese or Japanese or fucking Spanish or something like that is what it is, dude. And it's like, bro, English. Do you speak it? Like, seriously. So, but yeah, like, and that's the thing, right? Like, I am very tribalistic when it comes to that shit, dude. Because so many people apparently don't care anymore, is what it is. Let's see what I got over here right now. Oh, that's actually not that price over, is it? Yeah, the Rite Aid around me is closing down on the end of the month there, 24th, 25th there, and I went in there today to look to see if I had anything good to grab up while they were still there. It's funny because almost everything is like, you know, X amount of percent off right now, like whether it be like, you know, 67% off here over this stuff over there, whatever the case be, or it's like the snack stuff was like, you know, 60%, 70% off there. And then you go over to the one cooler at the very end, it's a bunch of beer and like, you know, twisted teas and stuff like that is what it was there, like Bud Lights or whatever. Nothing off, still regular price. But then you turn around and the shelving right behind it was full of wine and stuff like that. That was 40% off, which, by the way, was all jacked up before it came 40% off is what it was there. So in reality, it's really like about the same price it should be right now. So you're essentially just paying retail at that point then. Like, unless it would get to like 60, 70% off, then you're actually paying below retail then. So, but yeah, I thought that was pretty funny when I saw that shit the other day, or earlier today, I should say. But yeah, I got some. Like I was saying earlier, I got some of these rip rolls. That it was $1.69 a piece for these, but then with the 70% off thing, it was 67 cents each is what it was there. So that's not a bad deal at all, man. So it's less than you're paying at the dollar store at this point then. So yeah, I figure I'll keep one of these sugary ass snacks for myself. That's what it is. Let's see how much sugar's in this even. Good lord. There's 26 grams of sugar in one of these, dude. How much is in a fucking pocket? That be the case? Because there's got to be more than that. Like a 12-ounce soda though, but yeah, that's a fuck ton of. God damn, that's just all sugar, dude, for real. Well, it's all sugar, and then it's 35 grams of carbohydrates too. Like, fuck, no wonder my fucking A1C is off the charts at this point, man. Obviously making bad jokes at this point, but no, for real though, that is fucking terrible, dude. So yeah, I'll probably take one of those for myself and then give the rest of the kids what it is then. So, which is my family, friends, children. So, actually, what I probably could do, actually make it easier, is just go over to the neighbor's house and be like, hey, I stopped at the radio today. It was closing up. Figured I would get something. And I realized after the fact, I don't really want to eat all the sugar myself. So here's something for the grandkids, because it'll be her grandkids. So just have them give them to them whenever then. And then grandma's handing them, like, some sugary shit. And they'd be like, where'd you get these from? Your neighbor. Be like, your old neighbor. You brought them to me. So I could do that, or I could just literally call up my buddy and be like, hey, I got something for your kids. If you want to stop by one of these days and bullshit for a few minutes. Oh, crap. I did not realize I did not do what you call it here on this one. I thought I had. Anyway. But, yeah, so basically what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of stuff happen in a quick period of time. I lose what it is. And I think, honestly, the way our society is right now and how, like, dependent people are on, like, certain vices they don't even realize they have, like, specifically, like, sugar addictions. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of people detoxing off sugar that are going to be massively pissed, dude, at each other, like, very, very, very quickly. Like, to the point where they're just going to be, like, ready to slit throats, basically, and it's like, it's not going to be a good thing at all, dude. So, yeah, it's one thing why I want to cut back my sugar intake like crazy now, and because I know I'm eating a lot of processed sugar without even realizing it in some cases, versus like other times I know I'm doing other stuff that I shouldn't be doing either, for that matter. It's just like, yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. So, anyway, but yeah, I most likely one of these days I'm going to go over to my cousin's place, and then we're going to go fishing over at the place over at the other side there, which would be this dude who's going to be our realtor here. Looks like somebody's texting me again. Let's see. Oh, that was other stuff. Never mind. Anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go make some food for real then, since all I've had to eat was that big old apple and a couple crackers. Some saltines specifically is what it was this morning, with a little bit of peanut butter. So yeah, I definitely want to make sure that I am getting, like, good shit in my system then for real, and not having it be a bunch of trash basically. because yeah, it's not good, man, at all for anybody right now. Especially not me. I definitely want to. It's not that I don't trust my doctor, but at the same time, I'm just like, dude, I don't want to take these things. Like, do not put me on this shit. And if he's not going to listen, like, what the fuck's the point kind of thing is what it is. So. But yeah, my plan right now is to basically try to lower my A1C count on my own through, various methods and stuff. And if I can do that properly, it shouldn't matter like what the deal is after that then, because it's not going to be a fucking issue anymore. It would just be me, doing my thing and getting on with my life then. So, but anyway. But yeah, it's interesting to see how much differently things are when you compare them across the board to different things like that, And like I said, hopefully if this realtor guy, who is also, political dude here around this area, can potentially make me some inroads with some people that he would know, like that'd be cool. And it'd be even cooler if he could just, hook me up with some money and stuff like that for being able to run then and finance my campaign or whatever the case be, or get his buddies to finance my campaign then without too much of a hassle and stuff. Because I think ultimately, people want good people in power. And if you can find good people to back and stuff like that, dude, even with a couple $1,000s to start out with, like a little bit of seed money, if you will. Because I don't think it would take much to win this Stark County Commissioner's race over here, dude, if I ran for that seat. It would basically just be me getting the signatures right now, getting the money together for the filing fee myself, and then it would just be, getting my name out there with some signage and stuff. So really it would just be, having to find the money to pay for the signage and stuff and getting like a campaign manager, maybe a small staff or something like that, with like a couple people. That would be my guess. Like it wouldn't be a huge deal at all. So, but yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see though, man. And like I said, it would be more interesting to see what happens when it's all said and done from everywhere across the block right now, and to see exactly what people, are all about, if you will. Because I think there are some people who, like, I truly do believe for the most part, people are good and they want to be good. But there's definitely some real scummy motherfuckers out there that are just looking to take advantage of people. And I don't believe that the guy I'm talking to right now is one of these people. I think 100% he is definitely on the level for things. And I would like to, be able to, make an inroad there if I can, and have it be a situation there where it's like, yeah, if I can get, him on my side as a political ally and stuff like that, and then potentially, a couple other people that he would know, maybe, financially wanting to back me with a little bit of money here and there and stuff like that, like I'd be set, man. Like that'd be it, man. So, and that'd be cool as shit, honestly. I'd be all about that life then. Because I think at the end of the day, honestly, that's what a lot of us just want. We just want to be, like we really just want to be left alone is what it is. But at the same time, we also just want to be, living our own lives how we want to live our own lives. And if that means, things become how they should be, or things, go down a road of like, good stuff, or whatever the case be, comes to those who wait kind of thing, like, maybe that's what it is, dude. Maybe this was the fate I was looking for after all, Maybe it was a situation like that where it was, like there's a reason why, because that's the thing, right? Like I do truly believe, like, in higher powers and stuff like that, and like what the deal is, here's what it is. Because for me personally right now, like, there was a lot of people who obviously were interested in this place at one point or another. Like it was our family friends originally, and then it was this other guy and his chick, and then the only reason they backed out is because, the shit with the stock market recently. And I feel like, truthfully, like, everything works out for a reason. And maybe the reason that this all worked out the way it did right now is so I can meet this dude that could be a financial backer for me is what it is. And if that is the case, then that's awesome because now it's just a situation of, hey, like, you know, good things come to those who wait kind of deal. And it would be like one of those things where it's like, hey, you now have this dude who, potentially is like a powerhouse in this area, more or less, like a known entity in this area that could potentially be an ally to you. And it would be someone that you would actually be, potential friends with and stuff like that. And if that be the case, and he'd be able to help you out, either backing you with his own money or finding other people who would back you with their money, like that'd be fucking awesome, dude. And that's really what I need right now. I just need that like startup capital is what it is to run. Like I don't really need like, and that's what I'm saying. Like depending on the race and stuff, I don't believe it would take like more than a couple $1,000 honestly to win this race, dude. Like even if it's that much for that matter, like maybe it would be a little bit more just because, being county commissioner and stuff like that, it would be like a fucked up like race where they would just be like trying to like pull out all the stops against me then if that'd be the case then. Because they know I'm an actual political threat to their fucking power structure that it is then. And I also want to see their asses in jail after the fact because of the fact they've definitely stolen money from the taxpayers at this point. And I know what they've done is super criminal is what it is. So, not to mention the fact that even going back to my own state rep right now, like, he basically worked with one of these assholes to find somebody to replace him in the state house is what it is there, dude. When he could have literally just come to me and been like, hey, Adam, I'm probably going to try to run for this congressional seat. I'm not going to be running for re-election here. Would you like to run in the primary in this place and possibly be a state rep then? And I'd be like, fuck yeah, I would. Like you could have come to me, Reggie, and done that shit, dude. And I could have been the fucking dude right now on the ballot that's going to be kicking ass and taking names in the state house next year. But nah, you had to get some random motherfucker who was some fucking township trustee or some shit like that to be your little bitch boy for you. And that's the one thing. Adam is nobody's bitch. So obviously I make that joke because that movie The One from Jet Li back in the day. That's a great movie, by the way, if you've never seen it, dude. It's at the very end. He's I forget what the character's name is, and I think it's like Yulaw or something like that. And you get sent to the hell dimension is what it is there. Spoiler alert, this movie's been out for like 24 years. But yeah, you get sent to the hell dimension or whatever there, and it's like this. It's almost like the Mortal Kombat game where it's like King of the King. What do you call it? King of the Hill or like top of the mountain kind of thing. There's what it is. And he's like on top of this like structure thing that like everybody else is like wanting to kick his ass in or whatever. And he's like, I am Yulaw. I am nobody's bitch. So, yeah. It's just funny. Because it is true, though, by the way. It very much is true, man. Like, and that's my thing. Like, legitimately, I don't plan on ever being anyone's, like, fucking puppet or anything like that. Like, no, fuck that, dude. Like, it would be a situation where I'm going to do what the fuck I'm going to do. I just need some money to get my name out there is what it is. Because that's the thing. Like, you can run for office in this country with, like, no money, but you're most likely not going to win because of that, dude, because you got to have money for, signage. You got to have money for, maybe a commercial or something like that, if you will. And that was the one thing that this guy brought up on the end was how it was, because he mentioned to me about, like, yeah, you got the power of social media right now, too, for that matter. Like, because we don't really have papers anymore and stuff like that. I'm like, that is very true. And that's one thing I would use quite a bit, actually. And that's the one thing I think, like, specifically, because I forget who it is that's running right now this year. I can't remember if it is, I think it's January Creighton's up for re-election right now, so it would be potentially Richard Regula and Bill Smith in 2026 to be up for re-election then. And if that be the case, then I would definitely want to primary Bill Smith's ass out because this is the son of a bitch that told us 5 years ago when I was part of Stark Stands United that he specifically went to our membership at that point and told one of our chicks in our membership, he's like, yeah, I'm never going to sign off as in a county commissioner's role for Stark County to become a 2A sanctuary county if you guys want to vote me out, I'll go play golf in Florida. Instead of just leaving office, dude. You could just left office, dude, and just let somebody else come in there. But no, you're a fucking scumbag piece of shit, Bill Smith. And yeah, I would love to be the man that fucking primaries your ass out of office, bitch. Just for that exact reason. Because fuck you, old man. You fucking scumbag piece of shit. And the reason I call him a scumbag piece of shit is multiple reasons, too, by the way. Because he's literally taking money illegally from Stark County taxpayers, including myself right now, dude. This dude and his fucking buddies, Janet Ware Cretin and Richard Regula, about 10 years ago, give or take, ended up making a fucked up thing where they were illegally allowed to give themselves a $10,000 raise apiece every year that they've been Stark County commissioners now. Which, by the way, that fucking raise was supposed to go to Stark County residents to vote yes or no on. We never had any fucking thing on that on the ballot. Never got ballot issue, never anything like that here in Stark County for a raise or a tax increase for these people's raise is what it is. No, they illegally voted themselves a $10,000 raise. They should all be in jail right now on felony charges for that alone right now is what it is, dude. So yeah, it's time to get their fucking asses out of office is what it is, dude. And I would drag them so hard on that shit alone is what it is, dude. And then I also go after Bill Smith on the whole anti-gun thing, and I also go after him on Dominion voting shit too, for that matter. So, but anyway, yeah, I would drag that dude's fucking ass so hard is what it is, dude. Like, oh, buddy, buddy. They'd be wishing Adam didn't exist at that point is what it is. And if nothing else, I get to a point where we get recall voting going on. Then is that be the case then? So, for the other people then. So, but anyway. That being said, though, it is after 8 o'clock. I'm getting pretty hungry. I want to go see if my cousin is almost done or if he's going to be out there for a while yet because it is getting kind of. The sun's starting to fade. It's not quite to the point where you'd have to get the lights on and stuff like that, but it's getting close. It's getting close. He was telling me he bought a riding mower from this woman. That's one of the 0-point turn ones. That's only a couple of years old for about a third of the price of it now because she's getting up there in years. And I think what it is she's moving out of her place or whatever. And he was like, I can take this off your hands for you. Like, how much you want for it? And she's like, oh, if I can get this out of it. He's like, I'll make that deal. So, yeah, he did. And now he's got a new mower is what it is now. I don't know if that's what he's mowing with right now or not, but it's pretty cool. Apparently it's got a Wi-Fi connection in it, so you can basically listen to, like, podcasts and shit while you're mowing. So that's pretty cool. But anyway. But yeah, there's definitely some interesting stuff going on right now. And like I said, politically wise, I think it's a good deal. I think it's a good deal what happened today. And I'm glad I met this dude that's going to be this realtor guy for us. And I'm glad I am able to, make these inroads basically because, if nothing else, it becomes a political ally for me in the future. If nothing else, I'm trying to run for office then if that be the case. Versus now, it's just like, a new friend potentially. He's actually, everything I've heard about this dude up to now, I actually was expecting like a bald guy for some reason. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was expecting some dude to be bald, and he was totally not bald. And I'm like, oh, okay then. So, but yeah, he seemed like a pretty good guy. He seemed pretty down to earth dude is what it is. And like I said, I really think the reason a lot of people around here give him shit is because they either consider him a politician, they don't like him for that reason, or it could very well be that he just is a no-nonsense kind of guy, not going to take shit from people, and because of that, it would be, well, fuck this guy kind of thing is what it is then, and it's like, well, that might be how they work with me then, dude, because I'm a no-nonsense kind of guy. I'm not going to take shit from people is what it is, dude. Like, I'm not going to be bullied by a bunch of fucking idiots is what it is there. So, especially a bunch of idiot fucking leftists that don't know shit about anything is what it is there, dude. Those are the worst kind of people, by the way. Those fucking, like, Karens of all races, basically. So. Was there an earthquake out? I don't know. Was there? Like, I know I saw something earlier about an earthquake happening here. Or let's see. We got a 4.4 magnitude earthquake hits Highland Park area, shaking fault across SoCal. So yeah, there was one in the Highland Park area there in California a couple hours ago. Yeah, 4.4 magnitude earthquake strikes near Los Angeles is what New York Times was reporting 4 hours ago. 3 hours ago, CNN. 2 hours ago, AP News or Associated Press. Quake felt from LA to San Diego, swaying buildings and knocking items off the shelves. Damn, dude. Wow. Very true. Very, very true. Yeah. No, I feel like JD Vance is definitely the kind of guy who he would be the kind of dude as a kid that would come over and be like, "Hey, Mister, whatever, like, do you need your lawn mowed?" And then you just like hand him like $10 or whatever, and he's like, "Wow, $10." And then he's like, goes off and buys whatever. Then, um, yeah, but Tim Walz is definitely the kind of Tim. By the way, Tim Walz, he would not be the guy that reports you to HOA. He would be the head of the HOA that comes knocking on your door like that one douchebag in all those HOA videos. I don't know if that thing. I don't know if those are real or not. By the way, I don't really care either way. But it's like that one guy that keeps showing up at the person's house and is like, "I noticed you had like 50 packages on your fucking doorstep from Amazon or whatever the case be." It's like, how about you fucking stop looking at my goddamn house, asshole? Like, go fuck off, Karen. Or actually, I guess in that case it would be Doug. I know there's other people that would say other words for the guys or whatever the case be, but no, like, technically a male Karen should be a Doug, dude, because Dougs are dicks. And I know that for a fact because I've seen some fucking Dougs out there that are a bunch of anti-gun fuckboys that love to fucking fuck with other people's gun rights here in Ohio and claim to be like professors and stuff like that. And it's like, no, you're just a douchebag, dude. We all hate you. Fuck you. So go get a fucking real life. Go get a fucking hobby, people, for God's sakes. Jesus. Like, stop trying to fuck with Americans' gun rights and go get your ass like a hobby as an old person. Like, learn how to fucking knit or something, dude, for real. Or go take up fishing or some shit. Although, to be fair, they'd probably be the people out there being like, "Y'all are too fucking close to me. I'm so fucking like, yeah, it's probably those fucking idiots is what it is, dude." And it's like, God damn it, just shut up, man. Like, nobody needs to hear your shit, Doug. Like, seriously. Like, we're done with your ass, old man. Fuck off. So, anyway. But no, seriously, though. It's a bunch of idiocy is what it is, dude. It's a bunch of people trying to be fucking clown asses. And the reality is they hate America, dude, is what it is. They always have. They always will. Like, they hate our country. They hate our nation. In some cases, they may even be fucking spies for other countries against us, is what it is, because there's talk of that shit going around now about Tim's ass being potentially a CCP spy at this point. I wouldn't be surprised by it if it was the case. But yeah, they're just a bunch of scumbags, what it is, dude. They hate this country because they hate themselves, what it really is, honestly, dude. They hate everything that's great about this nation because they suck, is what it really is. And that's exactly what it is. And that's the problem right now is, like, when you have people like that, they hate your country, they hate the guts of your country, like, how the fuck are they going to be the political powerhouses in this country and be in office, dude? It makes no sense at all. You know? It makes zero fucking sense at all, dude. And then you realize, like, exactly how they got into power, and it's like, yeah, it's all kinds of scummy and shady shit, dude, for real. Like there's no way it was legal ever, how they got in office. And yeah, there's definitely some chicanery going on there for real, for sure. So yeah, exactly. Well, not only that, but he went to fucking China on his goddamn honeymoon. Like, who the fuck honeymoons in China, dude? Like, that tells you everything you know about Tim Walz at this point, bro. Like, what the fuck? It makes zero sense at all at that point. Like, yeah, that guy's definitely a CCP asset for sure, dude. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I always thought it was going to be fucking, what's his name? Andrew Yang, that was going to be like the communist dictator rising up and stuff like that. No, I think it's going to be fucking walls at this point, bro. Like, legitimately. And how do you stop a communist Chinese dictator? Well, you don't talk about it online because that's how you get a fucking knock on your door from the feds. Because I learned that 5 years ago. So, but nah, fuck those Fed boys for real, man. Those guys are fucking pieces of shit for real. Fucking scumbag assholes. But anyway. But yeah, that being said, on that note, I think we're going to call it a day because I'm getting pretty exhausted. I'm pretty tired in general. I don't really feel the greatest. I definitely need to get some food in my belly here. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on that one right now. Debating right now. Because there's a couple things I could obviously make that are not good, obviously. And then there's some other stuff I don't need to really, do. But then there's also, whatever. So, I don't know, man. It all depends. I can make some good food. I can make some mediocre food. I can make some decent food. I can make some more processed stuff is what it is, which is probably not the greatest. Oh, okay. Never mind. That was something else. I was like, wait a minute. What the hell? Like, yeah, it made no sense what I was about to have hit on there. So, but yeah, I definitely want to talk to my cousin for a couple of minutes and see what his deal is before he leaves then and go from there, basically. Make sure there's nothing doing. I talked to him earlier today because we went over to the place to get the money back on the thing, and I asked him something if he was going to be around this week or not to go to the thing again. And we may have a reseller Friday this coming Friday, by the way, so look to that maybe potentially being a thing, depending. I'm not making any promises right now. We're playing it by ear currently, but very possible that we go over there Friday morning then and get some stuff. So, because like I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I really am chomping at the bit to do another one of those, dude, because, it's nice to do that. And he said something to me. He's like, have you sold anything yet? I'm just like, not really. But then again, I'm also kind of halfway waiting to see what happens here, because it could be something where it's just, whatever. And like I said, if I do end up selling a few things here and there, I do kind of want to take the money that would be any profit there and potentially put it towards something that could benefit the people that got fucked up in last week's twisters here in Ohio, up in the Cleveland area. Because at the end of the day, they might be piece of shit Democrat voters, but like, they still deserve to not have their houses be flooded out, man. They still deserve to have a good place to come home to and not have to worry about, their homes being under like, a foot of water or whatever the case be, or having a bunch of their stuff ruined or whatever the case be, or even their kids for that matter, potentially if they have them. You don't got to have the kids have to worry about stuff. So I would like to pick up a few things there at that place that would particularly be either something I can throw onto a truck or whatever the case be. But yeah, I definitely want to do a couple things this week. I want to go fishing for sure. But then again, at the same time, I got to get shit packed up at the house right now because it's going to be a quick one, dude. From what the realtor guy that was texting me earlier was saying, pretty much between the time that he sells the place and the time that he, or I should say the time we sign the contract and the time he sells the place, between those two times is usually about maybe 40-ish days, give or take. So the way it's looking right now is I'd be out of here by probably mid-September at most. So it's basically going to be like a couple weeks right now that I have to basically haul ass is what it is there and start packing shit up and making sure everything's good to go then. So, and what's funny though is like exactly what I've been telling my sister this whole time about, hey, like it's probably smart for me to be in the house, right? Like, because you never know, people might be trying to come in here and fuck with shit or whatever the case be. And she's like, no. But no, like this realtor dude legitimately was texting my cousin earlier and was like, no, he needs to be in the house to show the house is in living condition for any potential buyers. And I'm like, see, what the fuck did I tell everybody? Like, yeah, it's just moving stuff out of the way is what it is there, dude. And just showing, like, yes, it's a livable space, people. Like, that's the entire point, man. So, yeah, I think it's kind of funny that my sister was just, like, all about kicking me out, basically. And it's like, no, I need to be here to show that it's, like, a livable fucking area is what it is. And yes, at the same time, we can go buy a fucking, or not buy, but, like, rent a place or whatever the case be. And nothing else, I just store some stuff over that other place, you know, have my cousin bring his truck over, and we just put some shit on his trailer or something like that and take it over there then. We don't got to go get 2 men in the truck or whatever the case be right now. And if we would need them at some point for bigger shit, then okay, cool. We'll have them at the very end, is what it is then. But it'll be a lot less stuff for them to take out, and it'll be a lot less of a rate than what it'll be. So, and that's me being pragmatic and stuff like that. It's not, and my sister, and practical and stuff like that. Or my sister's just like, oh no, let's do this right now and just have everybody fucking take all your shit and throw it in a fucking trash can, basically, and move it. It's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. The fuck are you talking about? You crazy? You being crazy again? So, yeah, she's definitely. I can definitely tell. Like in the last talking to her today and last couple of days here is what it is. Like I think her thing is really it's just she emotionally wants to move on, and I get that, and it's like so do I, but at the same time, it's like you got to look at it from this perspective of things, and it's yes, we need to move on, but at the same time, it's like you're talking about me moving on from a place that I've lived legitimately for the last almost 13 years now of my life. And then before that, before I moved to Columbus for like 2 years, I lived here for almost 30 years of my life. For 20 years, actually. So it'd be like, between the time I lived here for the first time and the time I lived here for the second time now, I've lived here for 37 years, dude, of my fucking life right now. In 2 different time periods. And the first time I was over 21 years in the same place, and that's the thing that pisses me off about Ohio's laws right now with squatting and stuff. If I had never moved, I could have just squatters' rights this fucking place out from under everybody, and I totally would have done that too, by the way, because fuck everybody at that point, dude. It's like, no, Adam has a fucking house and land now, fuck all y'all. So, but anyway. Not that I really want to have to do that, but again, I shouldn't have to do that, obviously, because it shouldn't be a situation where you're trying to kick me out as it is there. But yeah, it's like it's one of these things where we should have been able to just have things done up correctly, where it could have been me being able to live here till the end of the fucking year, and then from there it's come January 1st or February or something like that. Then is when I move out. Then is what it could be then. So. Because either way, I need to get out of here at some point. But at the same time, it's like I also kind of don't want to be, having to move in the point where I'm not possibly going to be able to vote. Then that would suck, honestly, dude. But that's another thing. I was talking to my sister about that when we were discussing that, and it was like I would have to do a change of address here in like basically the next like 40 days or so. I think it's like the very first week of October or something like that. It's the last time I can actually change my address to vote then for this election cycle. I'm not about to get fucked over like that, dude. If nothing else, I would have my shit be that way as it is then. Because the real problem is like moving then. It would then be me having to go get a new driver's license, number one, and then use that to go change my voting is what it is then. So, which at that point, it might actually be smarter to just go and do voting at the Stark County Board of Elections then. Depending on where I move to, because if I don't know where I'm going to vote at, then like I could just be an early voter if that be the case. Then at the Stark County BOE is what it is then, and it wouldn't really be an issue then. So, and also I'd much rather do that than if I can avoid the crowds and shit. Because I've seen them before, dude. Like there was people out there before, like the one time where it was during lockdowns and stuff, and you could only vote there is what it is. And oh my fucking God, dude, like that's the reason Mom and I couldn't even vote in primaries then, dude, because there was so many goddamn people there at the fucking Board of Elections, We didn't even get a chance to vote in 2020, dude, for the primaries is what it was. Because of that shit. Like, it was a bunch of BS is what it was, dude, across the board. Motherfucker, I just didn't let me grab the stuff without thinking about it. Shit. That was a bad play on my part on that. I just did that. Completely blanked out on that one. But not for real, though. It was bullshit, dude, because it's like we should have been able to easily vote. And we could have voted at a regular place if that had been available to us, but no, it wasn't. We had to go fucking do this bullshit then, is what it was. So, anyway. Yeah, see, the problem with that is like, I've already really downsized as much as I could without having to give away, like, memories of the past kind of thing. Like, we're not, like, obviously, I've talked about it before, like, there's this, you know, China counter right here next to me, and that's going to go on sale pretty soon through the realtor guy who is also he owns a business that's an auction house, is what it is there. I'm obviously not giving his name for a reason because, you know, if people knew I was connected to him right now, they'd probably try to fuck me over, what it is then. And also really don't want people on the internet doing that at all at this point right now. If I do have him be a political ally at some point down the line is what it is there. But, yeah, he's going to sell that most likely for us, which is what I told my sister the entire time because she was like trying to find one of our family to like take it for us or whatever. Then I'm like, or you could just sell it for money. Like, that would work too. And so, yeah, he's basically going to take that and try to sell it for us for some money. And then it's going to be the dining room table out there I'm not going to take with me as one of the things as well. That'll be taken and sold for a little bit of cash then. So, and depending on what we can get out of that, it's cool because, you know, works for me, man. Like, whatever comes at that point is good for me, honestly, dude. Like, I'm good with anything, man. Honestly, like any kind of cash that would come to me to be, you know, disposable income to be used for, you know, rent in the future is nice. So, or even a little bit of money to pay my sister back, even for that matter, for, you know, everything at this point then. So, even if I could just take some of that money and make it verifiable income, if that be the case, that would be really, really, really nice, actually. Because then it would be, you know, whenever I would be able to get a place, then it would be me proving, like, hey, here's some money that I have in my account or whatever then. So, if it'd be enough to pay rent, that'd be cool, but, you know, it is what it is, so. Yeah, I'm about to check a couple of things here in a little bit then too to see if my with this credit card statement here, if I would be able to pay this over the phone or if I'd have to send them a check right now, because that's one thing I don't really have on hand is, I mean, I got a couple of checks when I sent my bank account, but I don't know if that would even be able to work at this point or not. Plus, I'm not sure if I have stamps right now. So, yeah, that's something I'd look into for sure then. So I can get that in the fucking mail then. Be like, here's your money. So, yeah. But anyway. Oh, man. It's been a hell of a year, I'll tell you that right now. I never thought I'd be moving this year. Or really, any year in the near future. Thought I'd be here until at least like 20, you know, 35 or something probably. I always thought, honestly, I'd be like an old man basically living in this place, truthfully speaking. That's what I was always basically told. It was like, yeah, you're going to inherit the fucking house. But no, that's not the case at all now. So, kind of sucks, man. Kind of sucks being lied to. But that's life, though. you know, things happen and finances get depleted and bullshit mortgages have to be put against the place and fucking people don't lose them upon their death is what it is. They just transfer their fucking families. Yeah. It's very unfun. That's what I said about the other day. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a new chapter in my life. So in the long run, it'll work. It'll work out for me, dude. Obviously, and like I said, there's a reason why I didn't, decide to opt out this year. So, and I think this is probably it now. Is knowing that politically I'm going to be in a good place down the line potentially. So it'll be here then. So. But anyway, on that note, though, like I said, I am going to call it a day because it is going on 8:40 right now. We've been here for 2.5 hours right now. So I tried that the other day, right? Like I got myself a Mega Millions ticket the other day, and you know what I had of these Mega Millions numbers? Fucking zero. Like $2 out the window on that one. I guess the problem. Like sometimes you play and sometimes you can win, but sometimes you just get completely fucked is what it is. Damn it, that's what I should have done today. I just realized that now. Should I put that the other day? There should be $1 ticket here someplace. That was a winner. Where the hell did I set that damn ticket, man? I didn't set it in my whatchamacallit, did I? Did I? Okay, that was the whatchamacallit. I think I set it in my pocket constitution. Nope, it's not in there. Maybe it fell on the floor. Or did I put it in my case in here? Nope, it's not my case. Huh. Well, it was here the other day. I know that for a fact. So, yeah, I definitely need to find that motherfucker because that's money that I could be using right now to. Or did I put it in this drawer? Maybe even. No, it's not the drawer. Huh. I know I had set it here the other day, and then I thought I was going to put it in my wallet, and then I put it in my wallet. Damn it. Yeah, because that was the one I got for free, and then it was $1 winner on it, so. And I could easily, parlay that bad boy into fucking, another ticket that potentially could be worth, nothing, or it could be worth another $1 or $20 or $50 or $100 even for that matter. And I could parlay that one into maybe like, a bunch of tickets, and then that was win me a bunch of money then. So, but anyway. Although to be fair, I'd probably go for a different dollar scratcher at that point because the one that I was doing today is what it is. Or the one that I got from that when I just said, just random one, whatever to that woman. She just grabbed me like this ace of spades, whatever it was. And I'm not against that one, but it's like at the same time, it's because it was obviously a winner for that one, but it's like, yeah, it was kind of a weird winning one. So I'm not really a fan of like how weird it was to play that one. And plus the maximum you can win on that, I think is like $500 or something. Whereas some of these are like in the thousands and stuff. It keeps dinging here. Wow. Jesus Christ, dude. This is AccuWeather coming at me with an update here. Let's see if we can. I don't want to do that. Stop telling me to do that. Yeah, we got homes and school destroyed by Debbie Spawn tornado in North Carolina. That happened a couple days ago, I guess. That's pretty wild shit, man. Hopefully everybody's okay on that one, man. Pray for our North Carolina friends, man. Seriously. Because they're going to need it on that one. Actually, I have some people I went to high school with that are now living in North Carolina, so hopefully they're okay. I should really call up I should text my old neighbor because it would be his sister-in-law, and I'd be like, "Hey, is she okay, man? Like, noticed there was like shit here going on." So, although she's pretty big lefty now, is what it is, dude. That's one thing I've noticed too a lot lately, right? Right? Is like how many of these fucking chicks I went to high school with are now like these hardcore leftist cunts anymore, dude. So, like, I just don't understand it, man. Like, I don't know what the deal is on that one, but yeah, it's just, yeah, you know. But at the same time, it's like that again. That being said, it's like I don't want anything bad to happen to her and her family. Is what it is, there, man. So, 'cause she has a couple little ones right now that are actually, I guess technically they'd be crushing my niece's age at this point now. Because I think, actually, come to think of it, I think her daughter would be around the same age as my niece, and that would make her son about maybe 6 or 8 now. I forget which one it would be. Maybe 7, somewhere in there. So, but yeah, they'd be getting up there in years now. Yeah, it's like that time you see a kid when you're, growing up and stuff like that, and it's like a family friend or whatever, and then you look at that kid like 4 or 5 years later, and it turns out they're like 20 now, and I'm just like, wait, what? Like, when the fuck did that happen? Like, and you realize you actually haven't seen them for like 15 years or something. So, yeah. Actually did happen to me recently. Last year is actually what it was, because it was me hanging out with the family friends there for Thanksgiving, or no, Christmas time. Because it was when Mom was still in the hospital and still with us. And yeah, I went there, and there was like this random guy like sitting there, and I'm just like, who the fuck is this dude? And like, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, this guy seems like he should be familiar to me, but I can't place him. And then uh, it was the our family friend who invited me over to the place. There's what it was. She was like, "Oh, you remember my grandson?" I'm like, "Wait, what?" And yeah, this was the kid I had known pretty much all my life because he was born on my 10th birthday. So yeah, it was pretty crazy stuff, man. And I was like, "Really?" And then yeah, he had a chick with him that seemed like she could be kind of lefty type too as well. But then again, she might have been like one of those weird ass Democrats where she's actually like, uh, what you call it, types and stuff, where it would be like the Democrat to Republican person or whatever. Then where they would actually be, fuck, what do you call those people now? Like the Amber Roses of the world is the one I'm thinking of there. So because she definitely kind of fit that bill, honestly, of like this chick that's all like, at one point in her life, like pro whatever there, like pro the leftist bullshit, and then it's like, 10 minutes later, she's like, oh, I actually woke up from the insanity of this fucking place and this cult, like, let me get the fuck out of here kind of thing. So, and yeah, I could definitely see it being a situation like that, really, where it was something like that, and yeah, if that be the case, like, good on this chick too, for that matter, but yeah, the Steve's girlfriend definitely seemed like she could be like some hard. She really seemed like she could have been like on mass to Antifa, if you will. But then again, I've judged books like that by the cover before, and it turned out to be wrong in some cases. But then there were other times where, oh no, buddy, that shit was spot fucking on. So yeah. But anyway, but yeah, there is a couple times where I have judged, a book by the cover, and it turned out that they were just a really nice person. But with some of these people though, it's like, nah, dude. It's, if anything, this is why you do judge books by their covers, because in some cases it's just a piece of shit, basically. It's like the Hillary Clinton books and stuff like that kind of thing. There, it's like, no, these people are just like hardcore fucking nutters, dude. Like, do not give them the fucking time of day ever. So, but anyway. But yeah, it's like I said, it's the whole thing now, and it's a situation where sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and unfortunately, some people, they just don't want to be there, man. They just don't want to be having the things that it is, and unfortunately, it's a sad situation for these people, man. Like they could be great if they wanted to be, and they choose to be, not so great, and it's unfortunate for them because you can't really be on a mega train if you're not going to make America great again, dude. And it's really that simple, honestly. And unfortunately, so many of them don't understand that. So, but yeah, on that note, I think I'm going to go call it a day then. I'm going to talk with my cousin for a few minutes here because I know he's outside still mowing what it is. I assume he's almost done right now. And I'm going to wish him goodbye or whatever then. And go from there. So, if you want to come in and bullshit for a couple minutes, I'm not sure, but I will give him the opportunity to roll in and then roll out. So, other than that, though, I'm going to be doing some game stuff right now for a little bit here. So, have a good one, y'all. Peace out. I try to be open-minded, dude. I try to be. But that's the problem, right? Like, so many times I've been fooled. I've been fooled so many times, it's like, I don't want to be fooled again, So I've become so jaded. I've become so black-pilled. I've become so, so against things. There's another exact reason. But anyway. But no, that for real, though. I'm going to be doing some stuff, and then I'll be making some food or whatever then. So, peace out, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant. Always be carrying, because you never know what kind of psycho fucking lunatics are out there now that have been imported into our country by the damn Democrat Party. And, yeah, it might be a situation where they are going to be the ones who end you and your family's lives if you are not carrying. So always be carrying, always be hyper vigilant, always be armed and ready with extra mags, etc. And make sure that you are never the victim, because that's exactly what they're looking for, is an easy target, man. And if you do not make an easy target for them, they will usually back the fuck off. So, yeah, be the guy that is the hard target, literally, and you will be better off in society. So, but yeah, other than that, though, peace out, y'all. Stay safe. Have a good one, and go check out Never Enough Ammo, who's going to be starting in about probably 15 minutes or less, I think, give or take. If he starts at 9, it'll be 12 minutes, so give or take now, but if he starts a little bit later, it'll probably be about 15 minutes or so before he jumps on there and starts bullshitting about stuff. I sent him a fucking notification on the Discord there about something, because I really want him to play that video. I'm not playing it here, because I don't know if it'll get me a channel strike or not. But I'll let him do it, because it is, like, it would be more in his wheelhouse anyway. And I think it'd be funnier, considering he seems to love that Hawk Tula girl, which, not a fan of that bitch, dude. I really am not. I hate that woman. Like, she is a fucking idiot, and she is the denigration of our society in a nutshell right there, of exactly why we are in such a fucked state of this country, dude. Is moronic dipshittery like that is what it is there. So, but anyway, other than that, though, that's about it for today. Hope you guys enjoy this. Peace out. Stay safe. Stay vigilant. And have a good one, y'all. Later.